What up, YouTube? It's the number one traveling YouTuber in the building, your boy, Big Rail. Welcome to the Travel Space Updated, hosted by your favorite traveling YouTubers, man. I'm here today with Travel Space Update, talking about things that's going on in the travel space, who's hot right now, who's doing this, who's doing what. I'm here. Thank you guys for tuning in today. So, I guess the talk of the town is Pob and Keith's Ken trip. I ain't gonna lie. Pob and Keith's trip right now is going insane. I'm being 100% truthful. I've been watching the trip. It's been very entertaining. I really like what they got going on. Seeing Keith's son Pob a little bit is a little cringy, but other than that, I've been enjoying the trip a lot. They make a good team, and I just really think that the travel space is in good hands for sure. Seeing these trips come to life and things go the way that they should do is just really cool to see. I want to give a special thanks to all the subs that donated for his trip, my trip, the upcoming trips we have coming up. So I'm just really excited about the future of the travel space, man. We got some good guys out there really going really hard with the content. It looked like Keith and Pop, they didn't step their game up with the lives. They learning from dad. So I'm just here today to talk about pretty much anything you guys want to talk about. Y'all can ask me some questions. Just gonna be a nice, cool kickback chat live. We're not showing no footage. We kind of need to get some more hours done for our channel to go up for monetization this weekend. And we just gonna keep it real P today. I plan on staying on a pretty nice time today. Maybe at least 5 hours today, just to chop it up with you guys. And y'all can holler at me and see where my head is at. And yeah, that's basically where I'm at with it, man. Travel space update. So Keith and Pob's trip is the hot trip right now. Yeah, as much as I can say, I was listening to Keith earlier, and he said that he likes Kenya over Thailand. So I thought that was crazy to hear him say that, which was what I was thinking that was going to come down to, because Thailand, he's Mr. Thailand. So to hear him say that he was actually enjoying Kenya more than Thailand was just really huge. You know, Everything that happened, Kenya is still probably going to be one of the best countries in the world to go. Um, it's just you got to go and see how it really is. It's dope. It's dope to be around that sense of unity and community with the people of their country, and I think they finally see it in full scope. Especially you got that upper hand by being a Black American in a lot of spots. So it's just really it's very it's a very VIP celebrity type of swag you get into. And that's what I think they're finally starting to, because it happens like after your first week of being there, you get a feeling of like, man, like I'm really him, and it's infectious. It really is. That's why, because it's just the thing why I think it make it so special, because it feels so exotic, because a lot of people not gonna make that journey there, right? So it's kind of like it still resonates with the ancestral part of what you want to relate to is going back to an African country. Whereas I could see if you went to like somewhere more westernized, it wouldn't maybe have that same effect. So I think that they're experiencing what I was experiencing, like, dang, we back in Africa, but it feels so modernized, like I'm dealing with. So it kind of it puts you in a weird mental loop where you're like, am I gassing this place? Is this place really fire? Why am I feeling like this? Why did I think I wouldn't feel like this? And why did I underestimate me possibly feeling like this? It just really, it's hard to put into words once you start taking in all of everything that's happening with the Kenya trip with Keith and Pop. So I'm just really you know, I'm glad to see that they're echoing my same sentiments as far as like the case had said it earlier, like you come out here as a regular guy, especially if you know how to portray that image that they like, you're gonna really clean up. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's really, really nice. It's really hospital is nice for sure. So I'm glad that, because we all different type of men. Everybody likes different type of stuff, but we can all agree when you can feel the value of another person's country, the way they treat you, the way you feel, the feeling you get from being able to do what you really want to do and have a great time for a decent amount of money is just really dope. And I think that's why I had took Thailand out of my favorite country because let me make sure my audio is good. Let me know if my audio is good in the chat really quick. Appreciate y'all. After my second time going to Thailand, I realized that Thailand it can't be better than Ken, because it's just it's a vibe. It's too much of a vibe. I ain't gonna lie to you, and it's very, very feels like you're at home being around. You know, So I'm kind of in this position where I thought about going to South Africa, but I really, really, guys, after we get done with Brazil, I think we're gonna shoot back to Ken. I'm really thinking that's the move, because we can always go to South Africa. It's no rush to go to South Africa, but I know Future want to go to Kenya really, really bad, and he hasn't been. He already got some motion out there. I got my Johns waiting on me to out there. I told them I wouldn't be there till October because they still hit me every week. Oh my mom. So I kind of got a little already pre-made family already out there in Ken from last time. From just the 30 days I was there already. I have a wife and children already. So I got extra incentives to go back to Ken. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. But it's a great place. So it's not like I'm dreading going back. I'm just thinking like I love it enough to go back. See, those are two different feelings. Like if I was like, man, I didn't really care about going back, but I actually would love to go back because it's just so dope and then you get, you only spend a little time there, so you feel like you don't really get the full. So you kind of leave like, I want to spend a little more time just to get to know the Kenyan culture a little bit more. And that's kind of what I felt. I experienced enough, but it wasn't what I was specifically looking for. So we're going to go to Ken after we get done in Brazil. We still got the Brazil trip loading. We're going to do a fundraiser next week. We're going to be booking the trip from Brazil straight to Ken. We're going to make a movie in Brazil and shoot to Ken, pick up Future, pick up my kid, take him, put him in the car seat, and take him out there to Nairobi, where the pros be. Let's see who we got all in the building. We got 75 people in the building. Thank you guys so much. He said, Rello. See, here's the thing. Okay, so here's the crazy part about it, right? Like, by the time I'm going back from Brazil, Pob and Keith and them going to be spinning back, like for sure. I ain't going to lie to you. They going to be spinning back by the time I get done with the Brazil trip. I ain't going to lie to you. I ain't going to lie. Everybody wants to go to Kenya now. They got Kenya fever going on right now. I ain't gonna lie to you. They do. Pob and Keith and them got people really intrigued to see what's going on with Kenya. And I can understand why for sure. I can definitely understand. they actually even the more that I thought they wasn't even going. You know what I'm saying? They actually like it more than I even expected them to like it. So the fact that so many people are saying that this place is fire, guys, y'all gotta understand for what you like and what you want to feel like as a man. Kenya makes you feel it. It gives what it's supposed to give. I ain't gonna lie to you. I would have a hard time seeing anybody going and having a regular trip and not liking it. It's just one of those places that you just don't have to like it because it's got too much to like about it to like actually not like it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I kind of understand. It kind of give you that Thailand thing. It's him, and that's why I see the Thailand and the Kenya comparisons because it's like it has a lot for you to like about it, and but it also has things for you not to like about it. But it's still so many things outweigh the things you like about it outweigh what you don't. You just like winning. You know what I'm saying? So I think life in Kenya is worth, it's definitely worth I gotta spend some more time out there. I do want to do some more African countries, but I just feel like right now Kenya has set the bar so high. If I went somewhere and wasted some money and thinking in my head like it's lit, but still ain't better than Kenya. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like one of those things where it's like going to explore somewhere else, trying to really find someplace better than a place that you hold high, because it's just the way you feel out there. It feels like GTA. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's why I see the Thailand in comparison. It's really like a black Thailand, honestly. It's got everything. I ain't gonna lie. It's got every freaking thing. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. And the whole country's on the internet. So you have to really, you see what happened. You cannot say anything about the beautiful mother Kenya or you will get cooked. But it's great. It's a great country though. So I could see why they like what? I could see the outrage. Like it's justifiable. Like how could you come here and not like it? It's too like I can understand it now. Now that I'm back home, I can definitely understand why so many people are outraged about how everything played out. You know what I mean? So I understand the power of what I say now. I really used to undermine, the power of just, saying things. And now I'm kind of like, okay, when you get on the internet and you in front of 300 people, say exactly what you mean because, leaving stuff for interpretation could just put you in a really bad spot. And that's what happened for sure. I ain't gonna lie to you. He said your son is too broke for kids. No, that's the thing. It's cheap. That's the greatest. It's the most cost-effective country I've been to. American dollar, $3K. You living like him. $3K for 30 days. That's all you gonna have money left over. I ain't gonna lie to you. 3K might last 45 days. Once you get into your mode, you know what I mean? Like I'm saying 3K and you living like Ricky Martin still. You feel me? Like living as a local, 2K a month. I ain't gonna lie to you. If you had to, you could really steal. I'm talking about living like him. I'm not talking about struggling. I'm talking about living like him where you can go and spend and not really worry about money. 2K a month at the least, and you still getting Chris Brown. So you want that Levy, kiss. Remember when him and Take Pain, you getting that same effect. You're getting that. I ain't gonna lie. I wouldn't go less than that. I wouldn't really go less than that for sure. But I imagine you probably could. But thinking about living on $1,500 a month in another, anywhere seems insane. You want to be making around like $3 a month and ravioli, arrivederci. I ain't gonna lie. Arrivederci. You know what I mean? I said everything in the other live that got in trouble, about certain things that I, take what you will from that. But in the overall message, I really wanted to say Kenya is still an amazing country to visit. And y'all can see it. I'm not, Austin Holloman, Kia Greatness, Keys, Pop, everybody who goes, they say Kenya's Chetch. Chetch is that Kenya's his number 4 favorite. So it's think he said what was Chet's list in favorite? Because I asked him like, what was your top four? He said Brazil, South Africa, Kenya, and Portugal. That's what he said. And I was like, damn, so you got Kenya in your top four favorite you would live? He said, yeah. He said, yeah. And I was like, damn, that mean a lot. Because Chet, somebody like Chet, he been all over, all over. And that's huge. I specifically asked him, and he sure put Kenya in the top four. Because I'll just, you want to get, that confirmation from people that's actually doing what you're doing. So, you ain't really everybody saying the same thing, you know. Um, I got a few more countries to get done. South Africa, Brazil, stuff like that. It's gonna be dope for sure. Jay Trial, Big Relly, real strong on chat. He's at the F. He said, I mean, if Austin can live there, you can live there too. Yeah, but I know I'm telling you guys the amount of money you would want to have coming in every month to really like live like comfortably where you can be like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like you got some good money coming in. Because I mean, a good rule of thumb is you want to be making 3 times as much as the average local person. And I found that to be true. But the thing, what made Kenya so dope was because it didn't put you in that spend money mode like a Thailand. Thailand constantly tempts you with, let's go get a Sobe massage. Let's go here. It's just so much to do. You're bombarded with endless options where it kind of like, make you not want to stay inside. And you can nickel and dime it right on off, But I just remember some days when I was in, Kenya, I stayed in the crib. Me and my little shorty, we would just entertain each other, drink, we just watch a movie. Vibe, I ain't gonna lie. Vibes. I ain't gonna lie, for sure. Definitely the best vibes of all the beautiful young ladies I've been around, for sure. Rella, you upgraded your living arrangement. He say, "Hey, Rella, I got 5K. Would y'all donate to a return back to Kenya after Brazil trip? Me and Future." Nah, he needs to get Brazil. Yeah, I'm gonna go to Brazil. Yeah, we not canceling the we not canceling the Brazil trip. We still going to Brazil for sure. He said, "Is it PP heavy?" Nah, Riz. Lot of Riz. I ain't gonna lie. A lot of good Riz, bro. Lot of Riz. Lot. But they still got that too. I ain't gonna lie. It's both. It's both. They got both. I ain't gonna lie. It's better, guys. It's better than Thailand. It's better than Thailand, guys. It really is. I know what y'all thinking about Thailand, man. It's better. I'm telling y'all, you got to go just one time, book you 2 weeks. Just one of them, wing it and just try it, right? Because I don't even know if every single person is gonna love it because, it is what it is, and I mean, but I just feel like it's hard not to like it once you actually go and have a good time and catch the vibe out there for sure. That's why I'm going back because I really do love it, guys. I ain't gonna lie, it's a dope place, great country, bro. I ain't gonna lie. He said go to Kenya next. I believe it. Thailand is played out. Riz, so you struggle, huh? Yeah, I mean, you're not gonna raise up everything, but your night, you're gonna have a good ratio. You're gonna like it, and it's so many. That's what makes it so fire. It's so many beautiful women. It's the women to men ratio is insane. It's insane. You're going to find your type. You're going. You're just going to. I don't care what it is. Because they got white girls, they got Latinas, they got black women, they got all of it there. I ain't gonna lie. Stuff you will see and be like, "What you doing out here? You look like a regular John." I ain't gonna lie, it's dope. He said, "Did you?" Yeah, yeah, for sure. Everything is Riz. Like the Riz. I would say it's 7-10 ratio with the Riz is the best way I would say it. Rello, what's under the cap? You go to Kenya for the second time to see if it's top one. Thailand, you had to go twice to see that it wasn't top one. Yeah, the second time I went, I had to really like experience Thailand for what it was, and I was like, okay, the second time I went was a more actualized time, and then after that second time, I was like, okay, Kenya is definitely better. I ain't gonna lie. First time I was wrapped up in the Thailand spell, but I had went to Kenya, so I had knew like, okay, Kenya's better for sure. I ain't gonna lie. He say Chech again. He say where Kenya? It's in East Africa. Um, it's in East Africa, right next to Uganda and Tanzania. You need a Medi reunion. Yeah. When's the next funny? Next week. Next week. Next week, guys. Anytime after the third time, anyway, the magic wears off. Yeah, I guess. I guess. That is a good point after the third time. I guess that could be a good point for sure. You trap in the thing. You trap in Kansas like the Thailand. You got to go for a second. Bro, it's pronounced check with the empty pockets, not empty wallets. Not gonna lie. You need to go to Medi and see if bro is still on the same spot. You hear me, G? Usually the first and the second trip is the best. Yeah, yeah. Go to Bros and yeah. You put money on your son's book when he was locked up for now. No, I didn't. I feel bad. Watch after Rio. You gonna put it number one. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. We're gonna see, man. If Brazil can beat, we're gonna see if it can beat Mother King. I ain't gonna lie. We're gonna see. We're gonna see if it can beat it. I don't know how the language barrier is gonna play into how much I'm gonna love it. That's the really worst downside about Brazil because I feel like me being able to not speak fluent Portuguese is gonna like affect how I'm gonna really wanna. So at best, I feel like it could be for sure number two, right? So it could be some situation where it'd be like Kenya, Brazil, Thailand, DR, Colombia down here at the bottom. Top five. That's a good order. But it could be better. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna rule it out. I'm gonna just learn my key phrases. We're gonna go for 2 weeks and we're gonna make it a movie out there. For sure. Rello and Reese got a nice ring to it for sure, for sure. Think about a couple for choices, Portuguese lines for the Chicas. Yeah, for sure. And Rio, they either got the English point or nobody going to Kenya. You hear me? Yeah, Brazil, so me and nobody talks about it. Okay. Um, no. Hey, man, listen. The lack of aesthetics, what they trust me, they make up for in every other facet. I ain't gonna lie. Every other checkbox is checked. I ain't gonna lie. Every other box is checked, guys. Every other box. That's the thing. That's what makes it tough to beat because they got every other box and they still got the shapes that most of y'all really like. That's what I was thinking about too. It's funny you said that, like, and that's why I kind of like the fact that it's so untapped because most people they go to Ghana, they go to South Africa, they go to different places, but when you go to Kenya, it feels that exotic vibe it gives you is really dope because it's not oversaturated. Like I just made the video about Thailand. You go and you really might be the only Black American there, which gives you just more Chris Brown treatment, basically. So going to places that's not fully commercialized like that has a huge plus to it, guys. You hear me? I ain't gonna lie to you. Give me 1 second. I gotta plug my laptop up. Yo, um, I unplugged my Wi-Fi by accident. Um, Shout out everybody in the building. Let me get back in here. I don't. We do it live. All right, there we go. All right, let's see. I'm coming back in. Give me 1 second, y'all. We do it live. What can I say? We do it live. All right, I'm back. We back. We back. We back. We should be good. Sorry about that, guys. I unplugged my Wi-Fi by accident. We should be good. Okay, so we got 87 people in the building. Does anybody have any questions about what's going on in the travel space today, guys? Um, Keith and Pop got the hot hand look like with the Kenya trip. Y'all been watching the Kenya trip? What y'all been thinking? Let me get into my YouTube studio really quick, see what we got going on today. Okay. Give me 1 second, y'all. It's taking a second to load up. I gotta get a new laptop. This one is not gonna cut it. I need my lightning fast MacBook. I need my MacBook now. You know, I can whip around light speed. You know what I mean? I'm whipping around in 2G. You know what I mean? I might not even get into the studio, man. What's going on? Let me try one more time. Stay with me. We do it live, guys. We do it live. All right, let's see if it'll load up now. Let's see. Load up, load up. There we go. All right, so the Kenya trip. That's what's going on. Okay, I got a poll running. I got a poll run. Damn it. I can't wait to get my. No, let me get into my studio real quick. Stay with me one more time. Let's give it one more shot. Then I'm gonna come back. It's probably because the Wi-Fi just came back on. So y'all know it take a while for that signal to get strong. Let's see. Let's see, can I see the poll? All right, so we got a poll running. What's the poll? Shout out to everybody who pulled up. Appreciate y'all. Who's carrying who on this trip? Okay, we got 114 votes on that. I'm gonna end that poll. Okay. I'm gonna drop a new poll. Is the Keeson Pop trip fire? Let's see. That's the question. He say Pop carrying. He almost fumbled. Appreciate you, Ver. All right, yo, I should be good now. Reset router. We should be good now. Are we good? Let me know if I'm good. Wi-Fi seems to be good. Girls look wise, but the English and vibe wouldn't be over. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Rello doing the mannequin challenge. For sure. He said pay electric bill. Let me know if I'm good. Let me know if the signal's good. Let me know if the audio's good. Appreciate y'all. Jobs have been garbage on my struggle streaming. Is the stream good now? Let me know in the chat. Let me check the stream real quick. Stay with me, y'all. Let me check the stream. See if the stream is streaming. Let's see if the stream is streaming. You good, bro? Okay. 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 Good. Good, bro. Okay. Bad. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Bad. All right, looks good. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it looks good. Okay. My computer loud too. All right, so yeah, that's where we at with it. Vote on the poll. Vote on the poll, y'all, in the building. Signal is Gucci now. Okay. At least when Rello says he gonna go to a place, he does it. Okay, Fox Brown Pop. I hear you. He's definitely a real friend. He let a threesome go. So y'all rocking with the trip? Definitely not better than Rails. Rails got an untoppable, Kenya trip. Crazy. He say South Africa my favorite place. Oh, okay. All right. That's what we trying to figure out the budget for South Africa. That's the only thing. I feel like okay, so here's my thinking, right? And it makes the most sense, right? To just do everything that I want to get done. We go to Brazil, smoothie in Brazil, right? Then we go back to Kenya, smoothie in Kenya because it's already, you know what I'm saying? Boom, chill there. You know, it's cheap, cost effective, not cheap. Sorry, but it's cost effective, and we just post up there for a little bit, and then once we ready to go to South Africa, we'll just go to South Africa and catch a different vibe. It makes the most sense because there's really no rush to go to South Africa. It's more of a rush to go back to Ken. I ain't gonna lie for sure. So it's definitely I could see why so many people are saying go to Kenya first, and then once get done in Kenya, um, shoot out to South Africa and do the 3 cities. Because I want to hit all three. I want to hit Durban, Joburg, Cape Town, and then so the plan is basically here's how the trip situation is set up. It's basically um, Brazil, Kenya, South Africa, Philippines, and then back to Thailand to end the year off. I ain't gonna lie to you. Okay, sorry about that, y'all. Golly, this thing. I'm back. This Wi-Fi's acting crazy. Out of all the days it chose to act crazy today, so I'm back. What's good? Let me cut it on. Man, what the hell is going on? All right, I'm back. All right, so sorry about that. I'm back. I'm back. Let me close out some of these tabs. Thank y'all for tuning in. Golly, going through it today. All right, I'm back, y'all. Sorry about that. This Wi-Fi signal spotty. I'm in a new location. Just bear with me, guys, for sure. All right, what's going on? We should be good now. We should be good. We should be good. What's going on? Talk to your boy. So yeah, that's where I'm at with it. All right. Before my screen cut out, I was explaining how I was gonna do all of the next countries, basically. So yeah, uh, it's gonna be Brazil, Ken, South Africa. Okay, so Brazil, back to Kenya, South Africa, Philippines, and then end the year off back in Thailand on my mom movie. Because I got to go back to Thailand to get some footage for Thailand. I got to get a Thailand. I want to do a Thailand video for sure. I ain't gonna lie to you. Rello, when you are gonna start editing and posting more, the lives might get you monetized, but it's not gonna make you a lot of money. Rello using neighbors Wi-Fi. No, you know what? It's my laptop. I think it's not so much the Wi-Fi. He said, "You know, I've gone to the zoo." No, I'm not going to the zoo. I'm not going to the zoo. I'm going to, once you go to a place like Kenya, bro, going to the zoo is just like compares and pairs. It's not even, going to the zoo is like the lowest. That's like not even a thought. You hear me? You're thinking the wrong thought process. That's a little Adam Space, little Adam Wi-Fi. It's good. Yeah, it is. But what happened was it was a crazy power outage, right? I was supposed to go live yesterday, but the storm tore the block up. I'm talking about they power might not still be on. I ain't gonna lie to you, because when I rolled past, that thing was leaning and it was like all the way down the block bad. It was trees, whole trees was like, they messed that power up on that block. We was in the crib, trapped, couldn't even leave for 6 hours. I was like, I gotta get out of here. This power not on. It was dark out, so I kind of uh, that's why I'm over here on this Wi-Fi today. So let me know if I'm good. Am I freezing up? Let me know if I'm good. He said going back to Thailand again. Yeah, going back to Thailand. Yeah, to end the year off could be yeah, I ain't gonna lie. But that's just the way it's set up, right? That's just the way it's set up. It might not shake down exactly like that, but that's just the way. That's the way. That's just the way for sure. That's the way. The flat lines. Thailand still is amazing country. Don't get me wrong. Amazing. Love Thailand. Will always love it. Great vibe. Great nightlife. You know, Bangkok, Pattaya. The energy. It's just a dope. It's a dope place for sure. No Vietnam. Thinking about going to Vietnam. We for sure going to the Philippines though. Like we going back to the Philippines before we. That's the first country back in in Asia is going to be the Philippines for sure. So yeah, we definitely. I talked to Future about it. He was like, "Man, we got to go to Philippines," and I was like, "All right, that'll be cool." I'm cool with going to the Philippines. I really like the Philippines. Wi-Fi signal is 2 business days. I was because it was on me. I unplugged the router unknowingly. But let me know if the Wi. Let me know if the signal's good now. Thank y'all. Y'all been to Vietnam? See that this is what I know about Vietnam, right? They told me if you've been to Thailand already, Vietnam is like a watered down, basically. So that can mean something. I don't know if that's true or not, but that means something for sure. So that means something. I don't know if that's true or not, but that means something. Does anybody have any questions in the chat? Anything they want to say specifically to me? I'm here. He said go to North Korea. Now we cool on North Korea. Not yet. Not yet. We're cool on it. We're definitely really, really cool on North. We'll go to South though. Not South. So yeah, man, that's where we at with it. We're going to basically uh Future wants to go to Kenya bad. I want to go back to Kenya. It's just everything is you know, everything is it looked like that's the plan. Go to Brazil, have a great time, get as much content as you can, go crazy in Brazil, and then shoot back to Ken. And everything's gonna be all right for sure, for sure. He said, "What about Amsterdam? Amsterdam can wait. We can wait to do the European countries. We definitely want to go to Amsterdam though, for sure. But like I said, we're gonna already be going to Africa, so it makes sense to just hit the African spots first. Plus, they're gonna have the English and the shapes and the vibes. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna shoot back to Ken after Brazil. Have a good time out there, living life, dropping great content. We're gonna be cooling, and then we're gonna shoot down there. It's gonna be dope. Albania is a hidden gem. Look it up. Okay. Will you show us more of the countries you go to instead of all you gotta elevate? For sure, bro. This shapes enough. You need big bread for Europe. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Big bread for Europe. That's what I heard. I heard Europe was I heard Europe was really expensive. Not expensive, but um be ready to spend some money once you go over there. So yeah, Brazil then Kenya. Yeah, Brazil then Kenya for sure. We're going to Brazil for 2 weeks. It's gonna be dope. A lot of content. Um, we got the DJI stuff's gonna look amazing. We're gonna get the glasses. We're just gonna do 2 weeks, and it's gonna be dope. I'm super excited. We already booked. It's gonna be crazy. Some YouTuber travel outside, you kick people out if they don't want to be live. You do your job great. Thank you, bro. Yeah, I understand the power of having a good chat of people who are like minded and just want to kind of, you know, see the best. A lot of y'all been watching me for, almost 3 years now, and I kind of feel like we know each other so well because y'all seen so much. Y'all seen so much of my life in these past 3 years. Like you just, everybody knows real. You know what I mean? So it's kind of, I like the fact that I know you guys know me enough to know, this is what I love to do, and I'm so looking forward to taking a journey with you guys as far as like, I'm looking at this like it's on the ground floor, right? Where we can, because this gonna be the first time we actually gonna be, staying long term, where it's gonna be like, all right, ain't no end date on this, you know what I mean? So it's kind of, I'm interested to see like how we're gonna, like, cause our bond is so strong now, as things progress and we started going on these adventures in these other countries, it's just going to be really even stronger. And that's what I'm kind of more so looking forward to, is growing with the audience, and growing the audience. As y'all can see, I'm getting into the videos now and getting the channel monetized this weekend. That's just super crazy. It's just we making the right steps in the right directions, and I'm super excited. We just gonna upgrade the laptop. We got the DJI's good. We're gonna get the glasses. We're gonna get everything we need to get piece by piece. This time next year, we'll be in a great position. I really want to have the best. I feel like I already do have the best travel channel in the space, but this time next year, I just want it to be like really like been some fire trips. You know what I'm saying? Viral moments again. One more viral moment between the next. Then that'll be one viral moment per year, because it was viral this year and then viral that last year, and now viral again this year. So we're just getting viral moments out the trips and having some good times for sure. The travel space for me is you are the face of the space. Thank you, Rosie. You're gonna lose the DJI again. No, I ain't. I was never. This one is third time's a charm. Be careful in the Brazil. There's a reason I don't see any creek camp channels like Medi over time. It can be dangerous to record outside. Okay. He's saying, man, you don't need all these gadgets. Yeah, you do. You need your equipment. If you really wanna really have a good show to where you guys can come in and be like, you know what I'm saying? You need the right stuff. I only need a few more things and I'll be good. I'll have all of my inspector gadgets tool down pat. So you see, we bought the 16. That was a stupid good buy. Y'all saw how clear the Thailand trip was. It looked at pristine. I ain't gonna lie to you. That quality looked really clear on that 16. I was even shocked. I was like, this quality looks smooth. We just gonna get a better gimbal because it's just a shaky. I got the shaky gimbal, John. So he said you need to handcuff that DJI to you. Pop Trip is good, but stop the live. He tell us what happened later. Everything is done. Yeah, I mean, he been showing y'all a little bit. Like it's just been like shaky cam live, where I kind of want to do more like live. Like y'all know, like y'all know how my trips look. They look good. Like compared to other people's trips, you gotta say, watching my trips at home, they are really, really. They leave permanent memories in your brain. I ain't gonna lie to you. Funny moments. Because it's shot really well. That's the thing. It's shot well and it's entertaining stuff happening, right? And that's the main part is, how often are you live? Is it shot well? And is it entertaining? Those three metrics, if you hit off on them, it's really no more other things than that. Those like are the main key things. I mean, just the sheer amount of time that I be live on these trips is like already like a lot of people. You can see even now people go on trips and they might be live a little bit here and there, but like how I be live every single day, and it's like you kind of get ready with me and we go out to the club and then I pick the John and I'll be right back on with the John, going to the crib. We stay on the live for another 3 hours at the crib. She vibe and we drink it. Yeah, Twitter, like it's levels. You know what I'm saying? It's levels to it. Like I really show you guys a really comprehensive trip, and that's what I'm gonna tap in more into. But I understand that now, because a lot of people are like, you don't want to be watching the trip and like we ain't even seen enough to even judge it. You know what I mean? Like, so that's what I kind of like about my trips a lot, is you see enough of it to where you can clearly make a good decision on if it was good or not. And that's kind of where I'm at with these next trips, is just trying to even stream a little bit more than I already do. Of course, you always want to keep some stuff, for yourself, because you mix your personal life with the streaming life, and it can be messy. I definitely had a lot of times where if I would have kept some things to myself, I would have had a totally different outcome, 100%. But I'm so happy in my ability to showcase the trip really well, to where like, oh, it felt like I was there. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's why I kind of like taking the trips with Future, because when we on the trip together, it's like I can be on and then he can be on. Like I really like that dynamic, because it's a lot, guys. It's nice to know you can watch Rail for a little bit, see what's going on with me, catch up, see what I got going on. Then you can cut on Future for the next 3 hours. He's gonna be funny as hell. So it's a nice dynamic, man, when you got. And that's why I kind of like having Future on this next trip, is because it's like, sometimes you do want that time away, but you don't want to feel like you're neglecting your audience. So, Future coming on and I can have 3 hours to myself where I could just get my mental space together and, organize the next things that we got going on. Is just really, it comes in handy a lot for sure. So, that's the plan, guys. If you're just now tuning in, we're gonna go to Brazil for 2 weeks, and then we're gonna go to Nairobi, Kenya, after we leave Brazil. So I'm gonna officially book the flight. Oh snap! I forgot. Oh wow! I can't book a one-way to Kenya though. I can do like a little cheaper. Yeah. All right. I know what I can do. Yeah, I can do like a little throwaway. Yeah. Because the thing about the Kenya visa, I forgot. Well, I didn't forget, but I just remembered. For the Kenyan visa, you got to have the whole trip bought and paid for. So theoretically, I would need my leaving flight too, unless I maybe get the 5-year visa. We'll see. I'll think about it. I got to look at some stuff, because they got a 5-year. Was it a 5-year visa or something? And then they got like, I think it's the 3-month visa. I think it's only 2 options. I think it's a 3-month visa, and I think it's a 5-year visa you can get for Kenya. He say IRL. Yeah, more IRLs. I'm gonna be really going hard with the IRLs in Brazil. In Brazil, IRLs, you're gonna get an IRL every day in Brazil. I don't even care. I don't care if it's trash. I don't care if it's boring. It's just we're outside somewhere in Brazil. I ain't gonna lie to you. It ain't gonna be boring, but I'm just saying, like, I plan to do a lot of IRLs in Brazil. And from what I know, it's set up to do IRLs in Brazil. So we're gonna be going crazy. I'm looking forward to the Brazil trip, man. I hope it lives up to the hype. I ain't gonna lie, I really do. I'm interested to see how much it's gonna actually cost to get this John done. Um, Definitely shooting a lot of content in Brazil for sure. It's gonna be a movie. He said, "Are you seeing? Are you seeing the future is going to Brazil? Are you saying the future? No, future's not going to Brazil. Uh, he's gonna meet me in Kenya after Brazil. Yeah, he's gonna meet me in Kenya. I ain't gonna lie. He's gonna meet me in Kenya. We're gonna go back to Kenya. It's for sure. I wasn't gonna announce it, but we're going to Kenya. Your trip is beginning and middle and end. Pops is beginning, middle, skip the end. Yeah, that's the thing about my trips. It's like a good movie. It has a beginning, it has like the middle action part, and then it has the ending where you're like, is this gonna end good or bad? Either this time, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like I like that. I like how my trips are like y'all can see from beginning, landing first there, and then just discovering new places and the Johns and stuff. It's dope. I love sharing those travel experiences with you guys for sure. I really do. I ain't gonna lie. He said don't do it. Nobody IRLs in Brazil, only in private parties like yacht parties or somebody's place. Okay. He said Kenya will be dope. Yeah, Kenya will be dope. It will. It will. It will. It will. The return will be televised. I ain't gonna lie. It will be. You back? Yeah. Are you talking nice this time? Yeah, I am. I love it here. Sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for everything. Wonderful country, beautiful, gorgeous women here. I love it. I ain't gonna lie to you. I live here. I'm living here. You hear me? Love it here. You want to be in Kenya or you want to be in Gary? You got two choices: Kenya or Gary, Indiana. Kenya or Gary, Indiana. You can choose. Yeah. A one-way ticket from Brazil to Kenya is nothing less than I don't know how much it is. I haven't looked at the stuff yet, guys. It's all breaking news. That's why this is the travel space update. You hear me? He said Gary got better. Stupid. Your trips be having special bonus footage with the middle. We also, yeah, man. My trips are really them ones. You get your money's worth. That's one thing I can say. You can say a lot, but as far as showing the trip off, you can't complain. I really do a good job of showing you guys a lot. You see these other guys and you're like begging that they show more. I'll be feeling y'all because I'll be the same way. I'll be like, why ain't you live doing your thing right now instead of talking to us about it? More doing, less talking about it. That's why I'll be screaming at some of these people on these trips. I'll be like, all right, you got this, you got this. Go do it. Show us. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm really I feel like I'm the best at is showing you guys the trip in totality. Is I feel like that's my strongest because everybody else they don't show that much as I show. They'll come back and tell y'all some stuff that happened, but actually showing y'all as it's happening, there's nobody that does it like Rail. And nobody. I'll be sitting at home like, oh my God, why did I showed too much? I showed too much. You kicked your own self in the butt. You hear me? He said, "You show nothing. More doing, less talking." Like him. I'll tell you like this: Keith needs a professional help to talk to females. I was looking and listening to him on them date with them Kenyan Johns. Oh my god, horrendous! The cringiest he is so awkward around the Johns. Yo, you're treating the Johns like his Banks Dillinger. This is not the boys club. When you're on the date, Keith, this is a pro tip, guys. Because I can tell, I know you're listening. You got to cut on that Rico Suave. You treating the girl like it's one of your guys. I'm listening. I'm like, all right, you lucky they so easy, because if you would have been pulling that same corny stuff, that girl in the USA, she would have walked off. You would have never heard from her. I wonder why you love it. No wonder Keith loves it more than Thailand. Keith can pull out there. Not Keith can pull. You're stupid. Not Keith can pull is funny. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. If Keith can pull, anybody can pull here. That's a good one. That's a good one. Oh, I'm using that. Keith Scat Box here, guys. Not Keith Scat. Marquise the third. Marquise Reynolds the third. Marquise Reynolds, you're stupid. Not Marquise Reynolds. You're stupid. Why is his last name Reynolds the third? McDaniel's face there. Yeah, I can. Keith, you need strong risibility. You know, like girls take etiquette classes. Keith needs risibility. That was the cringiest date. I was jumping out of my skin listening to his riz with the girl. I'm like, oh, you lucky you in Kenya. I ain't gonna. If this was a night out in Houston, boy, he was cooked. You know what I mean? God. Keith don't get no type of Rico Suave smooth. I'm waiting for him to catch into his feng shui, and you acting like you on a live instead of showing us how to. That's when I'll be having them girls. I'll be having them Johns open. I'll be having them girls. Y'all can say what y'all want to say. My Riz ability is top tier. That's what make my trip so good. It's because when you see me interacting with the females, my Riz is so player. You be at home like, he know how to talk to them Johns. You gotta know how to talk to women in a way that makes them feel safe and secure. Y'all be too playing around with the girls, and okay, here's what I learned. We have a very strong sense of humor here in America. You could say a joke to a foreign chick and she might take it more serious. So you got to be more conscious about what you say, because they come from a culture where they take things more literal, and that playing around, it comes across as immature. So you want to basically find a nice balance between playing around to actually communicating and rizzing her up. And I think I was watching the date, and I'm like, boy, I'm like, what is he doing? Take him out the game. Number 32, sit down. bench. I'm subbing him in. I'm putting Pop in. I'm putting Pop in before Keys with risibility factors, X-Men, Professor Xavier type stuff. You feel me? You know what I mean? Mothers, G. Mothers. Keith was the most awkward date. I'm like, all right. And all right, he playing a lot, but all right, I'm giving him a G pass for the plan. And then it's like, it's cringy. The conversation had me in a Goosebumps book. I'm like, what the? This is how you talk to females? No wonder you traveling. No wonder you're traveling if you talk to females. You gotta know how to talk to a female that get her open. I'm talking about like, y'all in my I'm gonna put some stuff together to show y'all how to really talk to these guys. I'm the Riz God. I ain't gonna lie to you. He said it's so easy to, yeah. For sure. 100%. And y'all know him, that's why y'all laughing. Pop is the honey for Keys. Pop gets the attention women, then Keys talk to him. Yeah. And Adrian Bona has good grades. Keys needs to watch. What up, Dave? Yeah, bro. He needs Riz class for sure. He needs Riz class. That's one thing I will say. I don't think it was just the camera. I think he really play around with chicks and like really do it like that. I really think that's his actual personality for sure. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie. I watched 2 dates of his and I was like, okay, Keith don't know how to talk to the girls to get them open. It's a certain vibe, that masculine that's what they be craving, especially them foreign women. They like for you to sit back, nice and controlled, controlling your urges, real smooth, real. That's what I love about real James Bond 007, real masculine essence is what I would basically say, you going over there using the same Riz as America, and it's like it doesn't work like that. It's got to be smoother. It's got to be more restrained. It's got to be more intriguing. On my mom, you got to have it that way. It's not time to turn into Kevin Hart on these dates. Oh, my mom. It's not, for sure. I ain't gonna lie to you. Keisha and election for telling me like, yeah. That's one of the main things I saw. I was like, Trip is fire. I'm entertained. But Keith talking to the Johns was definitely cringe. It was very, 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 very cringe. She's not your homeboy. You know what I'm saying? You putting yourself in the friend zone. Then I saw he switched out the girl and went with I saw that part and I was like, like, that was kind of Rello-esque, with the, two sisters type swag. I liked it that. But, just the interactions was just like, oh my God. The interactions was cringy for sure. I ain't gonna lie to you. Interviewer vibes. Friend zone vibes. I ain't gonna lie to you. Keith's been in a lot of friend zones. I could tell by the way he was interacting with the females. Because it was too playful. It's too playful. You gotta be more sensual seduction. You know what I mean? It's gotta be more of that. They craving that. They craving that, guys. For sure. They still haven't gotten a John that was better than one. For sure. Bestie vibes, for sure. Switcheroo type shit. Yeah, for sure. I like how you talk to the girl sometimes. I'll be wishing I was a girl. What? Look how you thought it got me. Pause that. Pause that silent strategy. That sounds crazy. So yeah, man, I kind of, I'm thinking about a lot for sure. I'm thinking about a lot on this next trip. I got a lot of work to do, learning Portuguese enough to speak it. It's gonna be super dope. He said, I see why Keith doesn't do IRLs with women. Now the IRLs expose him with having no Riz. None. No Riz. I love my Riz. I really do. Because the thing about it, I naturally go into it. And it doesn't have to be, because it is like a mode. It's like switching on into like sport mode. Oh, my mom, you got to know how to have that on and off when it comes to seducing and having that. Because I mean, don't get me wrong, Nairobi is on all player easy mode, but um, it's nice to like be like a. You get that feeling of like when you really know how to talk and you can, when you can really purport yourself attractively to the female, it just goes so much further there. I ain't gonna lie to you. You're playing all the way up. Like you playing. That's what it feels like. You're playing NBA type level basketball. You know what I mean? Right at the court up the street. You get what I'm saying? So it's kind of it gives you that feeling for sure. I ain't gonna lie to you. He said, "Can't pause that." He said, "What did he say?" He said he'd be wishing I was a girl. He said my Riz is that good. My Riz sound good to another man is what he said. His Riz sounds good to another man. That's funny as hell. Oh my God. Not your Riz sounds good to another man. Hell no. That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh my mom. That's crazy. Pause that forever. Matter of fact, just stop that. That's funny. That's funny. I ain't gonna lie. That is funny. That's funny. I don't care. That's funny, man. That's funny. He said, your Riz so good, I be wishing I was a girl. That should have worked on me. He said that should have worked on me. I'll go for that. I'm gone. I'm gone. You're so... This chat, man, y'all are crazy in this chat, boy. Y'all are funny, boy. Funniest chat on YouTube, for sure, boy. Yeah, but Brazil... So here's the order for the people that just came in the building. We're going to Brazil for 2 weeks, Kenya, South Africa, Philippines, end the year off in Thailand. Got to come back to Thai. Definitely coming back to Thailand. I like that order. That's a fire order, man. That's the best order the trips could be in right now, for sure. Brazil, Ken, South Africa once we get bored of Ken, and then hit Asia. Shoot out the Philippines. I definitely want to go to the Philippines. Philippines is one of them countries you definitely want to hit for sure. So we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it on there for sure. He said, "Who's paying for all of that?" It's YouTube. YouTube's paying for all of it. I'm becoming a real traveling YouTuber, guys, for sure. Y'all gonna take this. Y'all think y'all been following me now? This next journey of my career is the way it really starts. Videos, trips, donations, all of that. It's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I hope y'all ready. It's gonna be fun though. I ain't gonna lie. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna have a good time, man. I'm gonna just open y'all. I'm gonna show y'all I'm gonna show y'all a different part of me now that we're gonna be actually overseas long term. Now it's gonna actually be better. It's just gonna be every day. It's gonna be, every day is a trip. You feel me? Just like a long good trip. A long good trip is what I'm trying to basically, kind of like a. Like a reality show. You cut it on, see what's going on. Oh, yeah, you got a new girlfriend. Yeah, his, what I'm saying? Like, stuff like that, So, just kind of, cut it on and check out what's going on with your boy, Big Rel. Honestly, if anybody can pull it off, it's me. It's me, man. It's me. It's me. It's real. Come on, guys. It's me. It's really. It's me. I'm the biggest. I'm really the biggest, guys. It's me. I ain't gonna lie. If anybody can do it, it's me. Cause it's me. If I was somebody else, I would say you tripping, but it's me, and we're gonna get these. We're gonna get these next trips off. It's gonna be a movie. I ain't gonna lie. We're gonna see what's good with Brazil. We're gonna shoot back to Ken, and we're gonna have a great time. That's what we got going on. We're gonna hit South Africa. It's gonna be closer to getting close to that summertime too. By the time we're gonna be getting there, so that's gonna be super dope. So yeah, we got something going on. It's going crazy. A smart person would have waited for monetization before going anywhere. We are. We taking it up to get monetized this weekend. This is it. This weekend, guys. We're gonna get the channel monetized. We're gonna go on a nice run. We got a certain amount that we need to raise to get these next trips done. We're gonna get our fundraisers together. Of course, I'm contributing as much as I can to make sure all of these next trips get off. But I'm taking over the whole travel space. I am the space. Without Rail, it's nobody to watch. Future's funny for a little while, and then it's like, where's that? Where's that other side that we want to see? Where's that? Where's that? Where's that Rello side? Where's the sometimes you like comedies and sometimes you like rom-coms. You know what I mean? Basically, like romantic type comedies. Like 50 First Dates, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Just leave any villa party planning those who how to do it. Future doesn't have that dog. Future does when he goes broke. When he goes broke, that dog activates in Future. I ain't gonna lie, he has it in him. He just has to go broke. Whereas me, I don't have to go broke to have that dog in me. I just had a dog in me just because I just genuinely love it. Like you gotta love this to want to do it, guys, and that's what I really learned over these last 15 trips. If you don't really love it, you're not gonna feel like doing it because it's gonna be months where, you know, what if your videos only get 500 views, 1,000 views? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you gotta keep that same motivation and know like this could be the one right here. You know what I'm saying? So, um, it's just a lot to YouTube. It's not like a guaranteed success for everybody, but it's certain things that have to align to really, you got to be likable. You got to have a good supporters. You got to have a team. You got to have, you got to have people that genuinely want you to win. You got to have people that relate to you and like you. Um, you know, I'm so blessed to be this far ahead in 2 years, and you already this famous in the travel spaces. That's just like that was like unforeseeable. Like everybody knows Rello. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's kind of like one of those things where it's like, you're already so far ahead, and then you still got so much room to grow. So I'm just kind of I'm looking forward to what the future has to bring for sure. I'm glad in the spot I'm in. I'm not sad, and I'm not looking at it like I could be way bigger than I am, but it's like look how big you already are. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, do you really want to get even bigger and have even more people in your business? It's already enough with 200 people in the building. You start doing them 700, 800 people lives, and it's like, you start feeling like really like this is a lot. So it's just I love that I'm not starting from a deficit. We're starting so far ahead of the game. Legendary trips, iconic moments. Everybody loves you. everybody genuinely wants to see you win. They know you're passionate about traveling. You inspired a lot of people to from a style you pioneered when it was just not even favorable to even do what I was doing. I just couldn't be happy. I always said if I stop right now, I'll be 100% happy with everything I've been able to accomplish in 2 years in my YouTube travel journey. I never would have thought that I would have be this big. You know what I'm saying? I thought I was gonna be one of them ones, but not the one. You know what I'm saying? Like really that guy. So I'm just kind of in this spot where it's like I finally stepped into who I am because I really am him, but I was running from being him because I just don't like being in the spotlight like that. You know what I'm saying? So now that I've been forced to be in the spotlight, it's kind of like one of those things where like you right where you belong. You right in the forefront with all of the most entertaining people that's on YouTube. I mean, because it's guys that I tune into them and they actually are entertaining and they still can't garner the type of because it boils down to a lot of relatability is what I think is be missing from a lot of people. Because I watch a lot of YouTube. I watch different stuff. I just don't watch, just the travel space. I watch other, battle rap stuff and travel, outside of travel red pill content. I watch a lot of different things and I just really to be this big in a space that I love so much and walking in what I believe to be my purpose, it just really feels good, guys. And I'm so grateful to have people that support me. We put these fundraisers together. These trips cost thousands of dollars to do. And it's just like people really rock with you, man. I'm so blessed. I'm so blessed. That's what it really boils down to. For sure, for sure. He said, what's the Kenya dates? He said, is this the fundie for the trip? He said he's taking in 2 weeks. Yeah, next week. So, all right. So he said, what's the Kenya dates? The Kenya dates is August 7th. August 7th is the Kenya dates. We're going to switch out. We're not going to South Africa. We're going back to Kenya. We're going to Kenya. We're going to Kenya for sure. We're going to Kenya and yeah, that's where we at with it. We're going to Kenya. And then we're going to settle up in Kenya, get everything squared away. Then we're going to figure out what the next place is. Because we're going to do all 3 cities, so we could just make a Joburg trip, the S1 full trip in itself. The Cape Town trip could be one separate trip in itself. The Durban trip could be one separate trip in itself. It's like that. South Africa is like 3 trips in one because you got to go through all 3 cities to really catch which vibe, I guess, fits best. That's what the whole thinking about the Kenya stuff is. So for sure, Brazil to Kenya, that's a long flight. How can you handle a long flight like that? I mean, when you're going somewhere where you actually gonna love it, it makes it better. Like when you going to Thailand, you're so up in arms and so happy about just going, you just don't even be thinking about it. It's a 20-something hour flight to get there, so it's just, that's what makes it so fire because it's like. You don't think about it. Then you stay up that night before. You never get on there fully rested for long flights. You stay up that night before till you can't sleep, hop on that plane, and you fully tired, ready to pass dead out. You know what I'm saying? For sure. He say no crash outs and definitely no. Definitely not. We going with a whole new swag. We ain't got nothing to complain about. We love it here. We love the women. They're beautiful. I got my beautiful chicks out there. I got my girlfriends out there. It's dope. I ain't gonna lie. It's no, I'm not saying nothing. I have nothing bad to say about this amazing country of Nairobi, Kenya. I ain't gonna lie to you for sure. That's the energy we coming on. And I think it's gonna be reciprocated. I think last time was really a big misunderstanding that just got blew out of proportion because it was a moment in time. This time we coming fresh with a fresh attitude. You ain't gonna hear me. Nothing's getting clipped bad of nothing of me saying anything bad. I promise you, it's gonna be just we here. I got my son with me. Dropped him off at daycare in Nairobi somewhere, and we're gonna have a great time out there for sure. Kenya apology to her gonna be hilarious. What you think Pob and Keith's gonna do to make the trip better? That's a good question. Great question. What I think Pob and Keith has to do to make the trip better, I think they need to show more beautiful women in the interactions with them. Because all we've been getting is like brief little live. Like I think I want to see them on like a live with the chicks. The socialization aspect, I think that'll be super dope. In an enclosed setting where it's like a real good talk, something like that. I think that's missing. Um, yeah, I think that'll make the trip better. Show some battle stuff as bad as they can get. But what I would even sacrifice the badness for just a better vibe of a chick too. You see what I'm saying? So I would like to see if they could really get like a vibe on the live with Keith and Pop. I think that'd be good content for sure. You have to show out and wear the full African attire. For sure, for sure. So yeah, that's what I think would make the trip better is just like a good vibe. A good vibe on the live would be dope for sure. 100%. Miss Opportunity Pop had a fine chick in the cut the live off on the date. Oh, see, uh, uh, I don't know. See, that's the. It's just, man. I know what y'all be wanting. Y'all be wanting to see that Rello vibe with the chicks. Like I know what y'all be wanting to see, and I get it. I ain't gonna lie, I get it. But y'all can't expect that from Keith and Pop because they don't. They're not me. You know what I'm saying? Like I make you feel a certain way on these trips, and that's why the trips are so good, guys. Because I know how to present it in a way where y'all are like sitting at the crib, actually like this is dope. You get what I'm saying? Oh my mom. And that's what I think a lot of times. Um, you know, what makes my trip stand out from everybody else's is because it makes you feel like a range of emotions, like with a lot of different aspects of it. Because it's stuff that happens that's, you feel bad for me, and then it's stuff you get mad at me about, and then it's like you got Johns, and it's just so unpredictable that you at home watching. Like I can't even stop watching because I just don't know how this is gonna go, and that's basically I understand that about the trips that they're very unpredictable trips for sure. Okay, here my nephew come. I'm gonna have him take. Good, he came right at the perfect time. Mimi, yeah, I saw Mimi. Yeah, I saw Mimi. You know how to hype it up and it'd be a lit trip. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I know how to hype it up, but I also know how to put on a good trip too. You know, it's not just all talk. The trips they be good. I ain't gonna lie, they be. Sometimes I feel like I got to tone down the trips. I ain't gonna lie. When you got those 200 people lives and something that's bad didn't happen and all of that. So it's just really. I understand. I can't wait for the trip for the Brazil trip. It's gonna be dope for sure. That's it. Your trip stand out because you keep the camera rolling until boom boom. Used to keep it on when it wasn't. Was it boom boom time was time? Used to. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. So yeah, it's crazy. He say dog hungry. No, the dog's not hungry. Dog's not hungry. Relly got a dog now. No, dogs want to go outside and use the restroom. That's what the dogs do. So yeah, it's lit. Man, I can't wait for these next trips, man. It's gonna be super, super dope, man. What do y'all think? The uh y'all think the Brazil trip? Let's see. I'm gonna run a poll. All right, let's see. Let's run a poll real quick. Be in the building, man. Let's run a poll. Let's run a poll. Which one of y'all think is going to be better? Let me get into my studio. Hello on the software, dog fundy. If she said no to the camera, you make a way to show us how she's looking. I love your dedication. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. Yeah, you know, you know, it's I go so far. You know what I mean? I really go. I really go really, really far. I ain't gonna lie. Really, really far. Really far. Farther than anybody else would go. I ain't gonna lie to you. So it shows. It definitely shows. So um, I kind of I pride myself on really showing you guys a good trip. I sacrificed a lot. I ain't gonna lie. I really, really looking at how much people show and looking at how much I show and basically, what I've been able to do. I kind of like look back on my trips and I'm like, yeah, I'll be 100% happy at the end of the trip, especially like when you get to the review and you start editing everything down, and then it's less work because you like, well, they already seen this part, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like you get that feeling like you didn't show them so much, you know what I mean? Like you ain't even gotta, you already showed them everything, So I kind of like that feeling of looking back on the trip and being like, you really left no stone unturned. I ain't gonna lie. So I'm excited to show you guys the next trips and how everything develops. We're gonna be doing videos. I'm gonna need you guys' support on all of these trips. Um, I need the fundies, and I promise you guys, I'm never asking for more money than I actually need. With these next coming fundies, guys, they're just gonna be straight. This is the weather we need. This is, what I'm saying. It's just gonna be straight. It's gonna be straight to the point. I mean, like we always been doing, but I know a lot of times y'all be thinking you ain't got no money left over, and it's like, no, I just got exactly what we needed to get done, and that's basically what I'm always going to keep doing is just getting enough to get every step of the trip situated. Like even with this Kenya going from Kenya to Brazil, now I'm like, damn, you need a return flight somewhere for even for the visa application. So I'm kind of in the spot to where I got to even look at that and see, okay, how are you gonna finagle the Kenya situation with the visa process? Because I know you need a visa, and I definitely remember that you need a return flight out of Kenya. So yeah, it's gonna be crazy. Keith and Pod don't show the chicas, so it's get confusing when they talk about them, and you don't have a visual image to know who they are. For sure, for sure, for sure. I show y'all a lot of chicks, and then I show y'all the interactions with the chicks too. So that makes it even dope when it's like you got chicks, you got the interactions with the chicks. You can catch a good feel of their personalities. You know, um, and it's just real smooth. It's real P. It's real pushing P. For sure. Why was Keith lying on you and said you raised 8K for the Thailand trip? I didn't. I mean, the first Thailand trip was 8,000 altogether. We had sent in, but it was just a moment in time. Like it was just crazy. The Thailand first Thailand trip was crazy. People was just it just was it just was too crazy. I ain't gonna lie. It was that first Thailand trip was a movie. So it ended up being about 8,000 with everything we did. But this last time we did was 6,000. So he wasn't lying. The issue Pop run into when he got by the Somalis who you had to delete the video. Would you have to delete the video? Yeah, I mean, if you ain't gonna make content out of it, it ain't no big deal of deleting a video of a girl that's, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't that big of a deal. You don't want to have to, get in trouble behind something you ain't even, tripping on. But if it's something like you just absolutely had to have, it'll be different. So, um, if a girl wants something deleted, I'm pretty much deleting it. I mean, that's why I kind of like the live streams because once it's done, it's like done. So where it's like if I delete the live stream, it makes sense. Whereas like an edited video is a little bit more tougher because it's like I specifically edit her in this specific way so it can make sense for the video. But like a live stream where a girl, hits you up and says, can you take the live down or something? That's way easier because it's like, oh, well, it's already out there. It was live. You know what I'm saying? Whereas, you might have spent some time editing, found the clip and dipped it in here and added the audio and it made sense with how the theme of the video was going. So it's just different when it's video versus live streams for sure. I don't know that too. They was talking crazy in Pump Pop though. I mean, you don't want to get in too much trouble. You are a guest in a country. You don't want to. You know what I mean? Like, come on. Like, if we're gonna be 100%, um, you know. So, it's just one of those things where it's like you weigh your options and see if it's worth the issue. You know what I mean? I learned my lesson a long time, like about that stuff, as far as like getting girls on the live and all of that other stuff. So it's kind of one of those things where I totally understand for sure. I understand. So I'm always ready to get rid of it because I just, I don't want to. It's not worth getting in trouble, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's really not. You know, like you don't want to get in trouble behind it. So I'm kind of in this position where I'm like, okay, so uh, yeah. If it's something you need to delete, you delete. How would I have rated it so far? Um, I'm gonna get a 7. It's entertaining. I mean, it's not 8 or 9 territory yet. Um, I'm gonna give it a good 7 though, because I ain't gonna lie and say it's a 6. I think it's a good 7. It's entertaining. I'm looking forward to the next stuff. I'm watching everything, seeing what they got going on. Um, so I want to see more clean streams with Johns. I want to see more out and about with Johns. I want to see a bunch of things for sure. Um, I got it at a 7 right now. I'm just glad they actually, it's like, oh, this place is lit. Like, that's dope to see for me. I ain't gonna lie. Like, that's dope to see that they actually enjoying themselves out there. So yeah. From what you pop, Keith KG and Austin has shown, and I have zero, no desire to ever visit. Seems like a depressing and miserable place. That's not true. Okay, why you think people? are on their own trips, they go out their way to watch your trip live? Why do you think when people are on their own trips, they go out their way to watch your trip live? Because it's good. It's a good trip. It's a good trip. It's entertaining. It's entertaining and it's unpredictable, is what I would say. And when you put them two together, it just makes it just hard to miss. And plus, people bored. They want to watch something. YouTube's always, the algorithm's always going to push you in the way of something. You're always going to be thinking about what's going on, especially if you love travel content. So, you know, um, yeah, I understand why people watch the trips. That's why, for sure. Um, no desire to visit. Don't visit. I'm so glad. It's one of them places to where I kind of am not mad about the gatekeeping aspect of it, right? Like if somebody really wants to, you know, gatekeep, it'll be nice to have a place that's not gonna become oversaturated with all the quote unquote Pookie and Ray Rays, basically. So like I understand, like you know, I understand if they're like, all right, don't come, keep this magical place to ourselves. You get what I'm saying? Like I kind of I understand that now for sure. I understand it 100%. Like I understand that it's not like one of them places that we just gonna want everybody and their mama to be pulling up because it could dilute. Well, it'll be tough, but it could dilute that Chris Brown treatment that only a select few of the men who dare to really go actually experience, right? So if it becomes like Thailand, and it's gonna be, you know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of gatekeeping Kenya is actually it's not that bad of a deal because at least we got one place that you can go and it's not Americanized to the point where it's like, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna clean up. That's what I say. It's a unhidden it's a hidden gem is the best way I would say, and I like it that way. I like the fact that I might be the only Black American in the building right now at this moment. Like I love that. You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna see a treatment. You're gonna walk through as the chosen one, as they say. You ain't gonna lie. And they really big on that. I ain't gonna lie. When you tell them you from America, they roll out the red carpet for sure. I ain't gonna lie. I would not lie to you guys. He say on the hunt live. What up, Paul? Kenya really ain't a secret anymore. He say, okay, I will go look now. No, Kenya's still low. Kenya's still it's still low. It's still low right now for sure. It's definitely still low. It's not it's not burnt up. Because when I was there, I'm like, this place is such an unhidden gem. It's such a hidden gem. That's why I was loving it. I'm like, man, I love the fact that it wasn't everybody was here yet. That was man, that feeling was just that was an amazing feeling, guys. I ain't gonna lie. It reserves that Chris Brown treatment. It reserves that, and you can feel that. You can feel that real like, alright, you know what I'm saying? You foreign. The foreign feeling is there. The foreign tax is there for sure. He said, "Why are you waiting to travel, move your trip up, and start doing fundraisers?" No, we waiting specifically to July. We got a lot of things working in our favor right now that we need some time to actualize. Long story short, so we're just waiting to see how everything's gonna go for sure. Boss will tell you himself, Cape Town. Probably. Big Boss, I like your content when people scared to show you it. Not everybody can go. Kenya is not point and click like Thailand and Sasua. I disagree. I think everybody can go, but not everybody will go from just they don't have a desire to go. And that's cool because I really didn't have a desire to go until everybody started talking about it. And then I was like, I just want to go and see what the fuss is about. My curiosity got the best of me with Kenya, and it actually worked out for me because it was kind of like I see what everybody's talking about now. You know what I'm saying? So if everybody doesn't want to go, that actually works good. That works perfect for me. Stay in Ghana, stay in Nigeria, stay in South Africa, stay anywhere else, but leave Kenya just the way it is. So what I can say still remains true. Because I ain't gonna lie, when I went back that second time in Thailand, I was like, man, I don't like it's too many of us here. It's just too many of us here. Too many options. Ugh. I'm a dread the day. I don't think it'll ever be like that in Kenya, but I will dread the day when I walk into one of them Kenya spots and see all of them spot in Kenya look like 808 on a Saturday night. You hear me? I'm gonna be crying. You hear me? Mama, I couldn't stand that. I can't stand how oversaturated they done did Thailand. I'm glad y'all only going to. I'm so glad y'all sharing really the same job. I hope y'all know that. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie to you. Y'all sharing them. I can get Thailand I can get Kenya in my own city. Stay in Medi and DI. For sure, big boss. They don't know. They sleep. Let them stay sleep. Let them stay sleep, yo. Let them. Do not wake them up. Do not wake them up. It's really, I want them to stay asleep on this one. I ain't gonna lie, I'm not mad at the gatekeeping on it, but it ain't even gatekeeping because a lot of people just don't want to go, and I understand. But for me, I rock with Kenya. I ain't gonna lie, Kenya is literally my favorite country I've been to. But like I said, we got more countries to do. We're gonna see how everything shakes down. I love Kenya. I got Thailand second. I got DR third. And when I say I got love for each one. I roll a dice and go to any one of these countries, just if it lands on that, right? But like as far as like how I liked my life, Kenya got it for sure. Kenya, I had Thailand in there for no. I still had Thailand in there until that second time I went, and I was like, it's oversaturated, and it messed up the Chris Brown treatment. You get Bobby Brown treatment now. Not Bobby Brown treatment. You're stupid. Thailand is king. No, Thailand is not king. Kenya is king. Thailand is basically Kenya is Jay-Z. Thailand is J. Cole. You get what I'm saying? Like it's different J's. Yeah, both good, but one is just a little bit harder. You feel me? For sure. I ain't gonna lie to you. He said he got to go to Kenya for a second time to see if he would. No, you know what? The thing is like, here's the thing. I already got a good enough of. I already know how Kenya is. Like, it's not gonna be that much different. The second time I went to Thailand, I was like really like it really, because the first time I already had a good enough feel for it, but that second time kind of just reiterated. This first time in Kenya, I already know I was in the trenches and I was on the run in Kenya. So I knew I can't be no hotter than I was, right? So it's kind of like if I just go and have just a cool time, it's gonna just basically be amazing like it was, after everything happened for sure. He said, Rello, yeah, Kenya, no, yeah, Kenya is my number one for sure now. Thailand, number one, Brazil, I'm reading Big Boss's country list. Thailand, number one, Brazil, number two, Kenya, number three. I ain't been to Brazil yet, so I don't know about Brazil, but I got Kenya, and then I got Thailand second. I ain't gonna lie. He said they had the pitch ready. Rello, you gave only the keys to 7, but he showed us 10 times more than you did. No. He didn't show you 10 times more than I showed you. I showed you too much. Y'all was hearing about Kenya for 2 months straight after I left. I really put Kenya on the map. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm the reason Keith and Paul probably went to Kenya. You hear me? No, I had that Kenya trip looking so good. People wasn't even thinking about Kenya. People was killing me for saying, you want to go to Kenya? You could go to Thailand, you could go to Brazil, you could go back to Medi. You want to go to Kenya? I said, yeah, they talked me into going to Kenya, man. And little do I know, it was gonna be my most viral trip of all time. It's crazy. I'm gonna let you. He said TC top say, okay. And then we gotta go to Ghana and South Africa. Yeah, for sure. Big boss where you place in the Philippines. Yeah, Tanzania is a sleeper too. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Keith always follow your footsteps. Yeah, trendsetter. Pull up Kenya footage, then Rello show us. The next live, not this one, because I'm doing something with this one. Rello got something out of the 40-40. Keith didn't even go yet. West Side. What up, West Side? Now everybody about to start going to Kenya. I thought you said Kenyan women. We ain't gonna go down that lane again, Jose. Ixnay on that conversation. They're beautiful women in Kenya. Beautiful. Ghana too expensive. I heard it was inexpensive. The second time you went to Thailand was the worst time because it was a holiday for the Thai people. No, it wasn't that. It was just too many of us there. The Chris Brown treatment is so downgraded to that. I hate when it's so diminished. It's so diminished. I ain't gonna lie. They oversaturated Thailand. It is. You run it hot for KG. Rello, where you at? Straight drop. What up, boy? Is that Stro or no? He said, Relski, what up? What up, Fountain? Thailand, the new Atlanta. Yeah, Thailand is the new Los Angeles. Los Angeles, California, and Thailand is the same place. Move there if you want to get your rap career, aka content career, started. You hear me? It's insane. Y'all know I just did the video on it. It was crazy. Thailand too hot. Yeah, and that's another thing. It's too hot. I love that Kenya weather. I rock with you, Rello. That's not true. Austin and Kenya for Jamie. Jamie's 5 or 6. Women in Tanzania look better. Okay. I like black women. Kenya is heaven. Not having to learn another language is clutch. Okay, Pop, I want you to come on. Please watch the language. Please watch the language, Pop. I want you to come on. I'm dropping a link for you. Thanks for pulling up. We got the man, the myth, the legend himself here tonight. We're just gonna watch the language though. That's the only thing. No cussing. Just let's talk proper as possible. Let's just talk proper as possible, Pop. I'm struggling too because I want to cuss so bad, but I'm like, you trying to lead us up. You're going up to get monetized this weekend. Please keep these things PG. I ain't gonna lie to you. He say TS women got the apple bottom jeans. Okay, that's what's up. Mr. On phone now. On phone now. We probably gonna be doing 2 lives today, guys, for sure. I ain't gonna lie to you. So I'm on the what's the name? Pop has the vocabulary of a 3rd grader. It's not gonna be easy. He's stupid. Y'all are so stupid in these comments. I want to hear him, dog, because I like that excitement, man. I love how excited he is about Kenya, bro. I love it. I ain't gonna lie, because it's really dope. All right, we got him in the building today. Live from Nairobi. Mr. Premium Pop is in the building. Preeminent Pop. Let's add him to the live. Welcome to the Travel Space Update. Please let's watch our language. Thanks for joining the show today, Pop. I appreciate you. Yo.
Hold on, look. I'm trying to see if this valid for the chat. Because I know they slide to your live. Hold on. Just wait my lens up.
What you got going on?
You see her?
Yeah.
She
Oh yeah.
trying, yeah, she trying to link.
Oh, she
Well,
she like
Russian.
it. She real life too. That's what
No,
they like.
yeah, she Russian. She said she
Oh,
trying
this
to
a
link.
Russian.
Yeah, this a
Where you
Russian
where
joint. She
you
out here
meet
for
her at?
work.
It's off just off
No,
Tinder,
Tinder.
or
Yeah, on Tinder.
so you still on Tinder escapades though?
Yeah,
Man, I like to get mine in person so I can see what they already look like. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, hell yeah.
I got some fire off Tinder though while I was there though. I ain't gonna lie to you for sure. I did. I got one girl I still talk to that we met off Tinder. I ain't gonna lie to you right now. You hear me? So, um, yeah,
You got something lined up?
you can find some gems on Tinder, but you run
Nah,
the risk
facts.
of getting severely catfished though, for sure. You hear me?
Yeah. What time? What time? What time? Dang, not what time. Is she valid, chat? Is she valid?
Yeah, she was cool. From the pictures, she was like lighter. They love that shade. You know what I mean? So, um, yeah, she looked at it. She
Hey,
looked at, huh? Go ahead.
no, what you about to say?
Hey, so Nairobi, Kenya is for sure your favorite country out of every place you have been so far. That's what you think, Bob, for sure.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, for sure. For sure. Like
you
for sure,
never
for
gonna
sure.
switch it. You never gonna switch it out of number one unless you find somewhere better, for sure. Basically,
Yeah,
that's
unless
what.
I find someone like top tier.
Right.
Like it gotta be to the point where I'm like, yeah, this she really that for real. I mean, it's really that out here, but like as far as everything that I'm, you feel me? As far as everything that I'm shit like accustomed to at home, it fit my lifestyle.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's a dope lifestyle. I ain't gonna lie. It's
Yeah,
dope. It's dope. It's dope. I ain't gonna lie. Abundance of Johns,
it
great social,
definitely is.
like walking around and speaking good English. You can, everybody's friendly and nice. You can make friends easy. Like, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's dope. I ain't gonna lie. It's dope. How many matches you got on Tinder?
I probably got like well over 300, 400 easy. Like I get like at least like and I used the boost one time when I was out the country, but they been linking me with some tough like some tough stuff. He said Brazil will be mid. I'm telling you. He said on Tinder there are a lot of Russian scammers on Africa Tinder sites because they know. No, I'm about to go meet them and I'm about to go meet her and slide on her right now. She going to the red room. I'm gonna go to Mullen real quick. I'm gonna be in Mullen for like a cool little 30 minutes to an hour. Check out the vast stuff, and then you feel me.
You ain't even been to the spots yet, and you love it, are you,
What's the
boy?
spots?
Bro, the spots, the stuff we can't talk about on this live. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie to you, but like the spots, you know what I'm saying? Basically, like you know,
Yeah,
mm,
nah,
yeah.
but
So,
the only girl that I met off Tinder and shit, and I linked with her was Jack Jack. You feel me? But everybody else, I've been
so what place have you been to where you feel
everybody
like?
else I've been meeting on, in the streets and stuff. I know I'm gonna bring me some. You said what?
I'm saying, so what place do you feel like you've seen like the most baddest chicks all in one spot? That Cavalli place or Red Room or what's like your Gemini,
I'll say nah, Ibiza.
Ibiza?
Yeah, Ibiza.
They had some tough stuff in Ibiza on what was that,
Yeah,
Saturday
that's
night
on.
or what?
Yeah, yeah, that's the only spots. That's the only place where I seen like okay, multiple
Yeah.
bed. He said he,
Mm.
but besides that, I ain't been really seeing like an influx of them all in one place out here. You know how it is.
Yeah, yeah. It might be one or two that's like, damn, you know what I mean? Like really
Yeah,
tough.
yeah, yeah. Like I gotta get her, and them the
That's
ones I
what
be.
that's what I kind of like about it though, because it's like, it don't put you, like it puts you in a good frame where it's like, you gonna always see that one or two where you like, damn, she's actually tough. You get what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah. He said you got to check out the bar next door as well. Well, I'm gonna slide to Mullen. Mullen and 4040, they right back each other. And then I'm gonna hit them too, like right now. 4040, see what that's about? It's 1 a.m. I'm gonna hit Mullen and 4040. He said, "Pop, please don't be selfish and show the Russian, the Russian live." Bro, I can't even go live in that bar for because y'all forget I was just in Red Room yesterday.
Gemini, my favorite club. I ain't gonna lie. I love
Gemini,
Gemini.
that I don't know how, fool. It's so weak, gang. I don't know how you like it. Like I
It's
don't
a good
know.
vibe in there, bro. It's a good vibe. And they be playing that good music in Gemini, man. That DJ be rocking. I rock with Gemini, bro. I went to Gemini like used to love it. You ain't been to Al Capone. You ain't been to Alcatraz Lounge. You ain't been to man. It's this place out in man. It's out the way. I forgot the name of it, but it's like it's a little bit further out. It's worth going to though. It be packed in there. I'll send it to you once I remember what the name of it is. But
All
they
right,
got
bet.
so
Well, I'm gonna
bro. They got so many spots where you gonna be
what you
all
say?
day. Huh? What you say?
He said, "Pop, with the excuses is crazy." No, ain't no excuses. I'm not finna get banned from a club from trying to sneak record a girl. Like what the? Like, come on,
You ain't
don't
got
make
the Ray Bans
sense.
no more, or what
No, my
happened?
stuff had messed up. I need to be using keys. That's why I need to hit keys up for. Let me see if
The
he's gonna
Ray,
let me rock
the
the Ray
Ray
Bans. Yeah.
Bans, the Ray Bans is the one. They sleep on the Ray Bans. On my mom, the Ray
Let me
Bans.
hit up keys.
Yeah, bro. Use the Ray Bans tonight, bro. They gonna be way better for content. You hear me?
Yeah.
On my mom. Just use
Hold
Keith's
on.
Ray Bans tonight. Cover up the light. You gonna be good. You hear me? They don't
Yeah.
know
Hold on.
nothing about the Ray Bans in Nairobi. Nothing. I ain't gonna lie to you. I could have filmed my whole trip on Ray Ban. I ain't gonna lie to you.
He said I never seen a nightclub sell weed. Nah, he said not after that Russian. What you mean? You can go live with them? He said,
On
"Hey
the new
man,
ones, on the new ones, I think you can go live with them. But I'm just talking about like getting just pre-recorded content and just put it all together.
nah,
Bro,
I've been asking.
pay for lives. Like I don't like y'all gotta understand that. Like you're gonna be able to live sometime, and sometimes you're gonna have to get pre-recorded content. You get what I'm saying? Like, oh man. You're not gonna be
Hey,
able to be live in every single setting on these trips. It's just not made like that. You get what I'm saying? Like,
facts. Ask J Mees. You gonna answer J Mees question?
what do you say? No, we can't talk like that on this one. I gotta leave this one out. I'm trying to get monetized this weekend. We could have all of that on another live. Not this one.
All right.
This is clean.
Uh,
We've been doing good. We've been doing good, keeping it clean.
I bet. Well, I'm finna hit the streets and shit. I'm gonna hit you and shit. Are you still on?
All right,
I'll
Jimmy
probably end up
say,
going on. All
yeah,
right.
yeah, but yeah, I'm definitely getting some Ray Bans. I might get two pair of Ray Bans. I ain't gonna lie. I might get the old version and the new ones. I ain't gonna lie. Them Ray Bans, they are so clutch. And a place like Nairobi too. I'm talking about you seeing where you could really see everything like that live. Are you pulling out? It cramp your style with the Ray Bans low, with your hat on, with that you already got the thug look with the bandana on. Boy, low getting good content. I ain't gonna lie. Oh, I can't wait to go back. Oh, this next trip gonna be so far because I know exactly what to do and be low too. Oh, I can't wait to go back. This Brazil trip gonna be fire too, though. I got a fire Brazil trip for you. This Brazil trip gonna be fire, but this Kenya trip gonna be fire too. I ain't gonna lie, cause I got to up on it, cause I already know what to do. I already know the landscape. I already know how much I already know how much I can spend in a month. I ain't got to worry about the budget. I already know. Boom, boom, boom. Everything's simple, easy money. Ain't no unforeseen circumstances. Brazil, I don't know. I don't know. It's a lot of unforeseen. That's the thing. We going from one trip that's like a bunch of unforeseen circumstances, where a trip where it's like everything's pretty much cut and dry. I know exactly what to do. I ain't gonna lie to you. I know where to go live. I know when to go live. I know when to use the glasses. All of that. So yeah, that's the plan, guys. I hope y'all gonna support me, man. I got a great trip for you guys in Brazil for 2 weeks, and then I'm gonna take my youngest out to Nairobi, and we gonna I'm gonna show him I'm gonna show him where he came from. I'm gonna show him his home country. You're stupid. I'm gonna show him the birthplace. I'm gonna show him. He said Kenya's lit. Brazil got them stone cold eater. All the cheap countries for it. You can riz in English and they are fascinated by your American status. Yeah, for sure, for sure. I have the new Ray Bans. You can't cover up the light no more. Yeah, you can. They got a what's the name for those? Take cool. Hope not Future. Yeah, I'm meeting up with Future. He want to go to Kenya. He got some motion out in Kenya already. Just skip the Brazil trip and go back to Kenya. No, we ain't gonna skip the Brazil trip. We're gonna get the Brazil trip out the way. Then we're gonna go to Kenya. We already booked for Brazil. We already got the visa. We already got the flight booked. We're going to Brazil. I want to go to Brazil anyway, though. I do. I hear what y'all saying though about skipping. I hear what y'all. I figured y'all was gonna say that, but I know y'all want to see Brazil before we go back to Ken for sure though. Y'all already see me. I'm already a legend in Ken. It's like the legend is home. Back by popular demand. The number one traveling YouTubers here. Take Future to Mombasa. Yeah, go to Mombasa this time. We definitely going to Mombasa this time. Low key just skipped South Africa. Yeah, that's what we doing. We ain't going to South Africa. We going back to Kenya. Future been coughing since last year. He said, yeah. He said you need Brazil under your belt for sure, for sure. Future said he told the Thai immigration guy he was a passport bro. Kenya, you already did that already. Yeah. So we're going to Brazil for 2 weeks, and then we're going to Kenya for a while, and then we're gonna go to South Africa since we already gonna be in Kenya. So yeah, it's gonna be dope. Does anybody have any more questions today? What are we doing? Questions for you, boy, Big Rail. I'm coming right back, y'all. Let me take something out the refrigerator. Ask me some questions. I almost choked out when he said that he's clueless. What up, Tolbert? I'm coming right back. So yeah, that's what we got going on. It's gonna be a dope trip. I saw Future was going to East Side with his girl. That was crazy. Rello, why someone says you can't do something, you always find a good way to do it and make a way. Yeah, because it's me. It's me. Don't ever count me out. Don't ever count me out. Yeah, since he said, "Where's the homegirls and Gary to them in Puerto Rico?" Yeah, since Floyd mentioned anything that had to do with the pros, yeah, that's another good. That's another thing about the Brazil trip that I kind of didn't like was that connotation with the whole thing with him. So I kind of like. I wish That's why I was kind of like more so trying to save the Brazil trip to kind of let it fully blow over. We just going to Brazil right after this whole situation with him kind of puts a you know there's gonna be some people looking at it from a kind of crazy perspective, right? But it is what it is for sure. Rello is resilient. Have you found a job already? No, we still looking. We just making things do how we do. We always gonna keep our head above water. We got people that really care about us. Um, I'm just not gonna lie to you and say, yeah, I got a job already. I'm just gonna keep it 100 with you guys and tell you guys, no, we're not working, but we're still gonna get all the trips off. I'm gonna contribute everything I can. I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna contribute everything I can. So it's gonna be dope. They're not giving a slight up about anything regarding for. I doubt they even know who the F dude is. No, that was everywhere. No, they gonna know. They're gonna know. They're definitely gonna know for sure. They're going to know. That was national news. You say his name, and he's there. Long story short. So yeah, how much you putting in? Everything I have, everything I have, um, everything I have. Knock on wood, this channel will be monetized. And once we get to the pocket money aspect of everything, it's gonna be like, okay, this is what I actually have. You know what I'm saying? So it's just the trip is set up so perfectly to basically it's just set up in a way to where by that time I'll have enough, you know what I mean, to put in where it's like, okay, this is what I got to actually put in. And then I'll just come and say, this is all I need at the pocket side of this situated. So I'm kind of, I like that aspect of it. So, yeah, yeah, we straight. Everything's good for sure. Rello, you never use just for men hair dye for your beard? No, because I'm not really ashamed of the grays. I think it actually looks really good. I ain't gonna lie. I can't wait till it's like fully gray. I like that gray on my skin tone. Like it just looks so good. Like what I'm saying. Like if it looked it bad, I would say like yeah, you know what I'm saying. But the gray just looks really nice. By me being so young, like when you young and you got the gray beard, it looks good. But when you old and you got the gray beard, it looks old. You know what I'm saying? So by me still having that youthful appearance with the slight gray, it's like, is he young or is he old? You know what I mean? So I kind of I like how the gray accentuates my already handsome face. You know what I'm saying? So I'm rocking with the gray. Long story short, so for sure. He said I hate my grays. I was there April. Nobody batted an eye on the American dudes down there. It was business as usual. Uncle Grandpa. Uncle Grandpa, you're stupid. Great answer. Yeah, for sure. It's true though. It looks good. Have you thought of an Eastern Europe trip? Not yet. We not off into those weeds yet. That's a whole nother. That's when you're like in your travel back. We're just getting out the. We're getting done like the 10th percentile of the places we want to do. Once we start getting into like those places, that's a different bag. We're not in that bag yet. We're just taking it doing the places we like, getting our feet wet, knowing what to do, how to move, what not to do, you know, keeping it respectful, just learning the ins and outs of, the countries that are the easier ones to do. Right now is what we're mainly doing for sure, and then we'll get into all the extra stuff, Russia and Uzbekistan and Albania and Romania, Transylvania. What's your thoughts on that young kid Carmelo being convicted and sentenced? Oh yeah, I don't know too much on the case. I heard he got a lot of time for that. Um, you know, it is what it is. You do something like that, that's what comes with it for sure. So, um, with so many, I gotta get more well versed on it before I can really have a full opinion on it. But I heard about it. Um, I've been following really that Chud the Builder case. It's funny to see him get treated like the people he antagonized. That's the irony behind the Chud Builder situation. But yeah, that's crazy. Which super crazy. He said, yeah, he stabbed the dude and people. Yeah, for sure. I try not to get too political on this channel. I just mainly keep it travel because I just genuinely love traveling, guys. I don't really ever like, you know, uh, take it too far into like, political or religious stuff because everybody's, is different when it comes to that. Everybody has their own, belief systems and whatever. So I kind of, I'm I just kind of, I don't really talk too much about like stuff like that. But with the traveling and in the plans and the things I'm trying to get done with the channel, I'm always going to be talking about that because it's just so much to that with everything I'm trying to get done. Once this last piece is getting this channel up for monetization, that's the last piece of this puzzle, and it's just gonna be off to the races after that, guys. I ain't gonna lie, we gonna be going full throttle YouTube. Um, it's gonna be a great ride, guys. I'm really looking forward to everything. I'm super excited for sure. What's a normal day for you? Wake up, brush my teeth, get things in order as far as like with YouTube. Because when YouTube's your full-time job, guys, you can kind of more so dedicate a lot of your thought process towards like how to be a better YouTuber, hiring editors, figuring out, which way you want to go with like how you want to go with your career. When you kind of like half foot in, it's kind of like, all right, but like once you actually go full throttle on it, you can kind of devote a lot more of your time to it to where you can kind of, just pursue it to its full. You want to maximize the most. Like even with this live today, it's got a purpose for it, right? So it's kind of like anytime y'all gonna see me, it's gonna be like, you know, I'm doing what I do. This is my job, and it's not. It went from, and that's what was the toughest transition for me is from like a good hobby into like an actual career. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why it's kind of like everything has to be a certain way in order to stay um, fully, in compliance with YouTube's guidelines and policies. So that's why I kind of, with the new rebrand of myself, I kind of like understand how to, cut out so much of the talking like it's just me and you and not 85 people in the building. You get what I'm saying? So it's kind of, I'm learning how to be a great YouTuber or even, the business side of YouTube is just really going to be fun in these next couple of months, seeing what the check is going to look like for just, this views or, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just really going to be interesting to see if I can actually make YouTube an actually fruitful career on these next trips. Because I genuinely do love it. I genuinely do love bringing you guys great travel content. I love it, guys. If I didn't love it, I would tell you like my heart's not really in it. I could make a whole live, tell y'all, listen, this is I don't want to do it, but I do want to do it. Um, been doing it for the past 2 3 years consistently. Iconic lives, viral moments, great relationships, great connections we've been built up with each other. So it's just everything. It makes sense. I feel like these last 2 years was kind of like me figuring out if I could do it and if I wanted to do it, right? And now we finally stepping out on faith and kind of just gonna basically see if I got if I mean it's already proved I have what it takes, but transitioning from working hard and really putting out great, like even yesterday I uploaded that video and that was just off the cuff, video. I haven't really sat down and like made a video in forever. So um I'm primarily gonna be just bringing amazing live streams, but like I plan on having some great videos on the channel that you're gonna be like, I like that last video you dropped. You know what I'm saying? So it's just all about getting switching over from balancing between iconic lives to also great videos. It's gonna be really really like my main priority with where we're gonna take the channel to. Going to Brazil is gonna be amazing for content. Um, Obviously, finding the balance between live streaming and getting pre-recorded content for the videos is going to be, that's always tough because I know you guys are going to want to see every single second of every single day in Brazil, and I plan on bringing it to you in that way. But I still got to, have a nice time for myself that I can basically get some great content that I can bring back at least 2 or 3 good videos about Brazil with some great footage and some great voiceover. All right, you go. All right, stay safe. Rello, what do you bring to YouTube? What don't I bring to YouTube? I bring the soul. I bring the heart. I bring the comedic aspect. I bring the action. I bring I pioneered the style that everybody's doing. Nobody even used to go live on Trip. Y'all ain't even been around since then. I came from when we was just going on the trip, documenting it, bringing it back for the review. Like no lives. Like the live streaming on the trips is something that I implemented into my repertoire, and now it's became the blueprint for anybody you donate to even go. Like you can't even think about somebody going on a fundraise trip and not going live one time nowadays. You get what I'm saying? So I've already pioneered so much to the space to where I can sit back and be like, Rello was the first to really do this like this, and you're just copying the style. Which I'm proud that people are copying the style. I'm not, I'm just saying like I know what the travel space was before I came along, and I just was kind of always in this spot to where, like, why they don't do this? Why they don't do this? And I understand it was, it's risky and it's pluses and negatives to live streaming on these trips that people aren't even cognizant of. But I just think that watching me bring so many great trips and viral moments while I was still in the country just kind of made it to where like you gotta do it live. You gotta give us something because with the fundraisers, everybody's looking forward to the trip so much. So I'm just kind of in this position where I'm 100% happy with everything I've been able to provide the travel space. I look back on everything. It's things I wish I could take back because it was just I went so far. You know what I'm saying? Like it's things that happened in my career that was just so humiliating that I just I really wish I could take it back for sure. I know that's it. Last 3 trips have been mid. I used to get excited about these trips. Now I'm mentally prepared for couch streams, fives, and fundies. Yeah, but that's the thing. Even the couch streams, fives, and fundies are even entertaining because the space is just so boring. You see what I'm saying? Like that's the thing about it. Like I watch futures fundraisers sometimes just for entertainment because it's just funny. Some stuff that happens is funny doing that stuff. So I don't want to. You gotta always be willing to be like, okay, you know, it's unintentionally entertaining stuff that happens. Even on a trip that's all couch lives, fundies, and fours and fives. that you just can't deny. Even like the last Thailand trip, it was still great content. Even though it was, more calmer than y'all used to, it still was a great trip from just how much you saw of the trip. How much me and Future, that was the most live Future had ever been in his whole career. Like, so I know a lot of people were at home, like, we didn't expect Future to stream this much. And he been on every day, at least for the time I was there. So I was just happy to see him step his game up and show like, oh, he actually can stream enough to where he even deserves a fundraise trip. You get what I'm saying? So I just think that was super dope to see. Um, I'm just looking forward to just the future. These next couple of trips, I'm gonna just be bringing you guys just great trips for sure, for sure. I ain't gonna lie to you. You're honestly right about that for sure. 100%, 100%. I know what I'm talking about, guys. I don't just come on here and just talk. I know exactly. I know y'all are at home like really perplexed at how much between me and Future that we show. That's the even way you could even call the trip mid. You saw enough to even judge the trip to say it was trash. Imagine if you hadn't even seen enough to say the trip was trash. You would have said it was trash because you didn't even see enough to know if it wasn't. You feel me? So you got to think of it like that. They showed me enough to where I knew the trip was trash because we seen every day was like, something that you got alive that was from me and Future. But like I said, different countries, different things are happening that makes just the trips more entertaining. And that's just the fact of it. Nothing's pre-staged. I wish I could tell you, yeah, and I'm going to Brazil and it's gonna be James Cameron types. I could just say that, but I could get to Brazil and it's like, it ain't hitting like I thought it was gonna hit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just, I'm gonna bring it to my best ability, but I'm not ever gonna be, put something that's not real in front of the camera, and I'm not ever doing that for views. I'm just gonna make you, watch the trip. You can watch it and see if you're rocking with it. You know what I'm saying? If you're rocking with the trip, you're rocking with the trip. If you don't rock with the trip, you can just say the trip was trash and we move on to the next trip. Every country has different energy. I didn't know Medi was gonna be like that. Who would have? Nobody could have first saw me having to leave somebody in the same spot. He's still there, actually. Let me call him really quick. ¿Cómo estás? Bien, you too? Que gotta wake up. Gracias, muchachos. Adios. You know what I'm saying? I have to wake him up every time that I think about leaving him there, for sure, for sure. I ain't gonna lie to you. Hello, you see what? Well, if you want Chris Brown experience, recommend Brazil late November through February. Okay. I'm about to move to DR for a month. You can't make a movie without bread. No, that's not true. That's not true. I've made movies with small budgets before. I ain't gonna lie. It definitely you can make a movie without $10 million for sure. I've some of my most viral trips. I was down to my last. I went viral being broke. You know what I mean? So I ain't gonna never say you need a ton of money to make a good trip. I'll just say you need enough money to facilitate a good trip. That's what I will say. But the facilitation of the trip is what matters. It's not the money in itself. You could be a lame with money, and you could go down there with $10,000 if you're not actually putting on a good show. It's kind of like you got all that money and you ain't even. It's not hitting the way where somebody could go down there like Future with $60 and it'll be the funniest thing you ever seen. You get what I'm saying? So it's kind of like one of those things to where it doesn't matter how much money you have. It matters how you're using the money that you do have. I honestly feel like, we could get to Brazil and they saying 2K in a week is really possible. I don't know if that's going to be true or not. I might get there and be like, I'm getting off and I'm only a band a week. You know what I mean? So I'm kind of in this spot to where I'm just thinking in my head, I'm hoping it's cheaper. But like I said, if I get in the mode to where it's like it's lit, but it's expensive, right? That's one thing. But if I get in the mode to where it's like, I need more money to make it litter. So it's just different modes, right? It can be a mode to where it's like I'm spending less than I initially projected, or it's a mode to where I'm spending more than I initially projected, but it's to make the trip lit. So I could downsize the litness of the trip and save money, or I could light that joint up, but it's gonna cost more. You get what I'm saying? So it's kind of like I always find myself in a position where it's like, you know, I could make this trip litter, but it might cost some more. Or I could downsize the litness and just stay in a nice range. You know what I'm saying? You know, instead of spending $3,000, we only, spent $2,000. You know what I'm saying? So it's just always one of them things. I'm gonna let you guys know. You never know till you get there. Like a place like Kenya, I know how much I'm gonna spend in a month, but Brazil for those 2 weeks, I don't know, and that's what I'm the most leery about. I don't know how much in totality the Brazil trip is gonna come out to because I never been. I've been hearing people say it's cost effective. I've been hearing people saying it's expensive. I don't know how much it's gonna cost, but I just am planning on bringing you guys a great trip for sure, for sure. Ain't gonna lie to you. Kenya was about to be the trip. You hear me? Sucks it went left before it really took off. The funny is because it's crazy work to see someone do that. Mm-mm-mm. Life is short. Enjoy it to the fullest. You need money to facilitate a good time. Bottom line, yeah, and that's the great. That's the best part. That I 100% agree. You need money to facilitate a good time, but it just boils down to how much money do you need? How much is Rello going to need to bring an undeniable? Everybody in a mama is in the building watching the Rio de Janeiro Brazil Rello trip. You get what I'm saying? Like that's the question, and that's like what we want to get to. Like y'all trying to like speed past. Like how much is it actually gonna come out to make a blockbuster Brazil Shirley Theron type of movie? You know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of in this spot to where I don't have the answer. That's the one I know a lot of y'all are curious about that too. Like, damn, how much did it cost? We only, we like 600 in already. Um, but that's the thing is like the pocket money aspect of it is really what a lot of people's main focus in because a lot of people like how much money do I need to make it a movie in Brazil for a couple weeks? I ain't gonna lie. I mean, people got me so scared. I'm thinking about just going to Brazil for 1 week, but I'm just kind of in this spot to where it's like you're gonna have to go for 2 weeks, and you're gonna have to, um, see what's to it. Basically, it might be cheaper than I think. That's the best case scenario. It could be cheaper. It could be, mid expensive, or it could be like okay, it could be Punta Cana. You're gonna need some money this job. It just depends on the energy of the city. I got to Medi and I got to what? I got to Cartagena and I was like, I ain't spending like Cartagena was like one of my most cost effective trips, and it was a good trip. Like all three of them was a good trip, and I mean, I wasn't. They told me spend some money in Cartagena, so I'm just lightly comparing Brazil to Cartagena, but I think Brazil probably. I'm counting for Brazil to be more expensive than Cartagena just from I feel like the environment might put me in that mode where I want to be like, all right, you're gonna need some money here. You get what I'm saying? So I'm anticipating um, spending some money in Brazil, but not like OD. You know, if we get to a spot to where it's like it's a trip is so lit, but I'm running out of money, like that's another conversation. Then we could be like, Rello, all right, we can put another fundy together to fix that if that becomes an issue. Because I'm not gonna ever sacrifice the entertainment of the trip because you know what I'm saying? Because we can always get more money. You ain't gonna never be able to redo the trip, So it kind of like I'd rather y'all remember me for having a lit trip that was expensive than an expensive trip that wasn't lit. My mom for sure, for sure. I ain't gonna lie to you. Brazil is expensive. We need you to do a good trip, and you're gonna need some cash. Okay, PA. It's only expensive in Brazil when they gringo price you. The beach, the airport, food, and B&B is cheap and good. Yeah, yeah. I mean the whole. I mean the whole. If the whole trip is, let's say the whole trip altogether is 4 or 5 thousand, but it's fire. You know, we shit. The Medi trip was 4 or 5 thousand, and it was fire. So it's kind of like we've already spent the type of money. We've already raised and spent the type of money we need basically to make a trip fire. So it's kind of like, it ain't like out of the wheelhouse that this trip could be potentially $5,000 altogether, right? So six at the most. So we'll just see how everything shakes down. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. 1,500 USD can cover a week and a half in Brazil. Okay, okay. A good homework team is undefeated. So we already 600 in. We got the visa. He say, bro, just going out there and doing shit anywhere, bro, is going to cost. Well, maybe Brazil is super cheap. I don't think so. It just depends. That's the thing. If every day is a movie, it's going to get expensive. But if every other day is a movie, might be able to stay in budget. You see what I'm saying? So it's kind of like it depends on how the trip is going. If the trip is going like every day is a movie, it's gonna. I'm gonna be telling y'all the trip is lit, but we spending some cash. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's what I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm not gonna be spending money and be like, oh, the trip is just everything's fine. I'm gonna be letting y'all know, hey, this is what we got left in the budget, such and such and such. Day 4, we got, $1,200 left. You know what I'm saying? Like, mom. So we'll see how everything goes. We'll see how everything goes. I just want to have a good trip. That's my main focus. Worrying about money all the time about it kind of takes away from the fun of the trip. Obviously we interested to see how much it's going to cost in the end because I mean you're not going to know until the end. You might be able to make 1,500 a week last in Brazil. I might get there and be like, oh, it's 700 a week for me. And you know what I'm saying? It's 700 a week. And I don't know how, but I ain't spent that much money, and the trip is still good. So I'm kind of in this spot to where, you know, we'll see. We'll just see how everything goes, for sure. The chance of your day turning into a movie anytime in Brazil is 85%. I feel like if you were out there filming consistently, the donations should continue to flow without having to keep asking. No, we're gonna do some fundraisers before we go. I ain't gonna lie to you. So that's the whole plan. We're gonna do some fundraising. I'm gonna have a YouTube check to go with it. So if I got 1,500, you know, maybe I'll just do like a funny for like another band, and we'll start the trip off with like 2,500 in the budget, and then see how everything goes. And then if we need to get some more bread together, we'll just get some more money together. That's the best way I could think. Um, I don't need to raise a whole bunch of money hoping that I got enough. I could just raise enough, and then if I need more, I could just ask for some more. We can always fundraise for some more if we need it. 2,500 might be enough for 2 weeks. What's that? 1,200 a week, $1,300 a week. It might be. I don't know. Well, everything's gonna be paid for. The B&B is gonna be paid for. The flight's gonna be paid for. I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna. I don't know. I could get there and be like, I'm sorry, guys, it's lit. And then it's like, I'll stay in the house some days. If it gets to the point to where it's like it's too much, and you know what I'm saying? Oh, hey, listen, we doing something free today, something light that don't cost $10,000 to do. Stay tuned on the next live. You know what I'm saying? I mean, a lot of the times we're gonna be at the beach walking around. I'm not opposed to going to Sao Paulo for a few days. We want to go to El Salvador. Um, we're just gonna hit all of the hot spots. Hit the strip club with the Ray Bans on. Twitter. Yeah, get some research. We might be able to show that on Kick, maybe. As long as they ain't like topless. You know what I'm saying? So he say, "Why you not dropping the link tonight?" I will. You want me to? Nobody usually come on when I drop the link. Good luck to you, Rello. Damn, I want to go to Brazil. I'm waiting on Rello trip. I thought you been PH already. High quality fruits and smoothies on every corner, 20 times better than Smoothie King. So Brazil's really like that though. So Brazil's really lit like that though. Like, am I sleeping on Brazil? Do y'all think I'm sleeping on Brazil, or is Brazil really like that? Is it really like, man, you gonna love Brazil, bro? That's what I'm thinking. That's my main thing. I'm thinking, is Brazil really himself the third? Who's been that can really tell me that I'm a really love Brazil? He say, Rello, you cool? You got some Ray Bans? No, I ain't got the raise yet. I'm definitely getting a raise. I might get the last two. I'm really going. I'm getting some raise. I'm getting a lot of raise. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm getting some raise before I leave. It's just a higher quality life with the world's baddest Johns. I give you the real, bro. Brazil only pops off like that shoulder to high season. Okay. He say, bro, they got the biggest freaks in the space. Okay. Yeah, you got bridge. You'll have your way. I've been to SP, Rio, and Salvador. Okay. You got bridge. You have your way. Yeah. Okay. I think it's, you know what makes these destinations fire too, and a lot of times very entertaining is it's the first time, right? Like that's another aspect of it. Like your first time is like really, it's exciting because it's like, oh, it's a fresh country. You get to see my reaction to it. You get to see the spots like you like to go. Y'all can kind of live through me and show me places. Like y'all can tell me go here at this town. I've been here. That's what I think makes it dope because it's like it's almost like it's like an interactive video game. Like, you know, and y'all know me. I'm not ever really ever telling no lie. I'm gonna tell you if I love it or not. So I don't know if I'm missing something that ain't on YouTube about Brazil, but I definitely want. I can't wait to go. I'm super excited for sure. He said I went during the Olympics one year. It was a movie. You got to get in when you fit in. I feel like you have more energy in Kenya. First time in Brazil will be lit for sure. Okay, that's what I'm saying. It's set up to be a movie. I really, it is. It's set up to be a straight movie. I'm excited, guys. I really am. Everybody says their first time going to Brazil was like amazing. I've never heard anybody say, they had a bad time. At least the first time, right? The first time is always a hitter, right? So I'm interested to see how it's gonna go. They got that bad shit out there. I'm getting the Ray Bans for sure. I might get two bands. I might get two pairs because the Gen 2s, see, I'm gonna do some more research tonight. So I had the Gen 1s, they got stolen. So I know it's the Gen 1s, the Gen 2s, and the Gen 3s. So I'm gonna just look and see which ones I need to get because those Ray Bans, they come in handy a little bit too good. It's basically like pulling out your phone without pulling out your phone. You can't beat it. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's just some settings where you're not gonna be able to record that. They're just gonna come so in clutch for. So yeah, we definitely getting some Ray Bans before this trip starts, and we're gonna be doing a lot of live streaming. We're gonna be getting a lot of footage for videos. Brazil gonna grow my channel pretty well. I'm excited for sure. He said I almost cried when I left the first time. You doing a raise funny? No, I might be able to grab them out of my end, guys. I'm gonna have a little bit of my own money, guys, some type of way. I just got too much. I got too many hands in too many things right now, so I don't want y'all to think that y'all gonna have to donate for every single thing. But I'm going. The plan is to pay for a considerable amount of things on this trip to where it's like, okay, you only need this much. You know what I'm saying? So um, you just gotta, I'll tell y'all, just stay with me, guys. I know they adding stuff up. Y'all be adding stuff up before I got a chance to add this shit up. You know what I mean? I see the Gen 2s is like they're 200, 224 for the Gen 2s. I think the Gen 2s was like the standout ones because I had the Gen 1s where you could just throw the tape on and cover the light up. But now with the Gen 2s, you got to buy the little thing that covers the light up. And then the Gen 3s, those is the ones I think you can actually go live and all of that on there. I think the Gen 3s is like the newest ones. Oh, I could be wrong. But we definitely grabbing a pair of Rays for sure. The Johns are a mix of Thailand and Colombia, compliant but feisty. Bad. I heard they bad too. I heard they really, really tough. That's what I'm looking forward to is the toughness. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? The toughness. The Brazil hype train died down. Everybody is on the Kenya wave. I don't know if that's true. I ain't gonna lie to you. I really don't know if that's true. I ain't gonna lie. Is that true? Now the Brazil, once they come back from Kenya, it's gonna be right back to businesses, and then they're gonna be one. I already see how that's gonna go. They're gonna come back. They're gonna be wishing to go back to Kenya. They're gonna be talking. It's gonna be all Kenya mania from Keith and Pod because that's all they're gonna be able to think about is Kenya for the next. And then I'm going to Brazil, which is gonna make it all about the Brazil. And then once I go back to Kenya, they're gonna be right. They're gonna be right in the right timeline of trying to make it back to Kenya by the time I'm going back to Kenya. For sure. That's exactly what's gonna happen. I can see it. It's gonna be all about Brazil, Relo's Brazil trip, and then it's gonna be they gonna feel like they gonna be making their way back to Kenya for sure. Keith and Pop, their next trip, Keith is for sure coming. He ain't going nowhere but back to Kenya for sure. I ain't gonna lie to you. As much as he loved Thailand and went back to back to back, he ain't gonna be able to think about no other place but Nairobi, Kenya, for the next 6 months. I ain't gonna lie to you. Plus with Pop too, he already going to Russia. He was thinking about canceling Russia to go back, figuring out how to move his family to Kenya. I already know. I heard him. I heard him talking on the live the other day. It was funny. I ain't gonna lie. So yeah, it's gonna be. It's everything's gonna line up perfectly. I ain't gonna lie. We're gonna get the Brazil out the way, show y'all some bad stuff in Brazil, and then we're gonna go straight to Kenya from Brazil. But we're gonna have everything set up for Kenya, before Brazil. Everything's gonna line up straight. Oh mom, don't worry guys. Everything's gonna be okay. We're gonna be monetized. Everything's gonna be great. I'm super excited, guys. Y'all just gotta they excited. Boy. I can feel the excitement from the chat. Well, they say we ready for this. We ready for all the next trips. Brazil, the Kenya return, everything. The only issue I say is because Brandon, he said your stepson in jail in Brazil right now. Stupid. Has anybody heard anything? Wait to see them Brazil. I heard they ain't got no sixes. I heard it's like nines, tens, 11s, 12s, and then it drops to like fours, threes, twos. Is that true? is that it's not a lot of like it's not a lot of sixes and sevens. Somebody had told me like the gap between the really beautiful women versus everybody else is pretty big. That's what I heard. Can anybody confirm that or no? What's the price of the flight from Brazil to Kenya? Let's look. That is a good question. Is my poll still up? Is my what's the name still up? My let me see if my poll is still up. Let me cut that off. Is the poll is still up? Let me see. Okay, did the poll is dead? Okay. I'm gonna run a new poll. I'm running a new poll real quick. Which trip will be better? This is early predictions. Which trip will be better? We're gonna go Brazil first time or Kenya second time. Oh, that's a tough one. Which one? We got 75 people in the building. That's the poll. Which trip would be better? Brazil first time or Kenya for the second time? Let me know in the chat. Poll is live. Those true bad ones either cuffed or working in establishments or only out doing shoulder or high season. Okay. All right, let's look at some Google flights. Brazil to Kenya. We going straight from Brazil to Kenya, guys. Okay, one way from Brazil to Kenya. We ain't gonna do round trip. We're gonna go from Brazil to Kenya. Let's look at the date. I just want to get a rough estimate, just a rough estimate. Yeah, that's about a band, man. It's about a band. Yeah, it's about a band. Let's see. Let's go from lowest price, all prices. Let's go. Let's see. Um, I was just showing it like that. I want to see view map. Yeah, it's about a band. Yeah, it's about a band, bro. It's about a band. It was a little cheaper to fly though. Let's see. It's a little cheaper to fly to South Africa. Yeah, it's a little cheaper to fly to South Africa. It's like $300 cheaper. Kenya a little bit farther. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. We figure it out. Let me see. I ain't showing the prices on him. I got 1,000, 1,000, 1,000. Yeah, 1,000, 1,000. It's 1,000 or better. Don't worry, I'm gonna have some. I'm gonna have some on it. Don't worry, it's gonna be all right. We're gonna get this. We're gonna get this trip. All these trips are getting off. All of these trips are getting off. We're gonna go to Brazil, make a movie there. We're gonna fly to Ken, meet up with Future, make a movie there, and then we're gonna figure out what the next course of action gonna be. It's gonna be dope. He said that's light. You can catch some phase in Ken since they got your sky. And what's up with your passport? Got to look into that too since you're an emergency passport. Yeah, yeah, I got that. Yeah, it's good until November. It's good. I can get another one though, either before I leave or um, while I'm in another country. I mean, it would make sense to just get a fresh one since I'm still right. I'm still traveling on the emergency board because it's still valid. It's valid for 1 year, then it's no good. So I got to November before it expires, so it's still got what? How many months we got? We still got. Well, we still got what? We still got 6 months. What was it 5 months? 5 months, 4 or 5 months. We still got 4 or 5 months before it expires. A lot of these countries have a 6 months rule. Need to get on that ASAP. Yeah, that's the thing. I think it's the rule is you got to have 6 months of like clear pages on your. I don't think it's not 6 months till it expires. It's 6 months until. Is it 6 months until it expires, or is it 6 months room of pages for stamps in your book? I don't know, but I'll just get a new passport. I need to get a new one. I've been traveling on that emergency one for a while. I'm gonna just get a new one. I ain't gonna lie before this next trip start. Um, yeah. So we'll get it together. That is a good thing. I'm glad y'all brought that up about the passport. He said no, it's 6 months until expiration. Okay, bad, 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 bad. He said, bro, go take care of your passport. He says definitely not phases. You gotta have at least 3 months until it expires to get in Brazil. Okay, I got that. Because that's gonna be next month. So yeah, we got enough. We got enough for Brazil. See, I already got the emergency one link for the Brazil trip, so I could get one in Kenya though. I can get one in Kenya, man. I can use this one till I get to Kenya. On my mom, I'm gonna use this one until I get to Kenya. I'm gonna look at all that stuff. Y'all got me thinking about stuff that's 6 months away and stuff. I do got to think about that though, because I wasn't thinking about um like my passport validity and stuff. So yeah, yeah, he's not going anywhere. He needs 6 months. When is the trip for Brazil? It's July 24th. It's next month. And then we're going straight from Brazil to Nairobi, Kenya to meet up with my youngest son. I miss him. I didn't get to spend that much time with him in Thailand, man. When I first had him, I wasn't ready to be a father. But, you got to stand up and, handle your responsibility as a man, for sure, for sure. Yeah, I'm looking it up. We got you thinking like someone who is trying to take this in here. Yeah, 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 yeah. Kenya might not let you in if your passport expires soon before the trip. Don't they have to mail it to little Adam crib and not in the country you're in? I can get one from the embassy. I can get one from the American embassy, right? I'll look into it. Y'all got me thinking about it now. Y'all got me scared now. I'll look into it for the Kenya stuff because that is a good point. That passport I have does expire in November, so yeah, I gotta look into that and see what the requirements are. He said he's not playing that song game no more. He's just you have to try in Brazil. He said, why would you want to do that? I don't know. I wouldn't want to do that, but the thing is, I already got the visa for Brazil with my old passport information. So I just wouldn't want to, because think about it. If I go to Brazil with a new passport that doesn't match the passport number that's on my visa, I think that might be some complications, right? So it seems like, would I have to apply for another visa or to switch the passport number? I just don't know how it works. I should have got a new passport before I got the Brazil visa if I was going to do that. Now I'm thinking I might be able to just, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get the Kenyan visa before. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I ain't gonna lie. We'll figure it out. You'd have to try to get a new passport in Brazil. And when you got the expedited passport at the Department of State, I'm sure there's one in Chicago. You go there within 2 weeks of your trip and show your ticket, and you'll get it handed 2 days. You can get an expedited passport if you already have a ticket booked. You could get your passport renewed the same day. All you do is show proof of traveling soon to a new country. Just try with both and explain the situation. They might call you into secondary though. Yeah, but that's the thing. Once you get the new passport, the old passport is voided. That's the thing. Because I had two passports before and I went to go use it. And then the lady at immigration was like, this old one is no good. You're not supposed to have two passports because one of them, when you get the new one, it invalidates the old one. So now I'm in this spot to where I got this visa on the old passport. Now I could just probably write Brazil in them. I'll just figure it out. We'll figure it out. I ain't gonna lie. We'll figure it out. I should have really just got a new passport. I wish I would have. Now that I'm thinking about it, I wish I would have just got a new passport and got rid of this emergency one. But we'll figure it out because I could still get another visa and I could get a visa in Brazil at the Western Nine. I can get another passport I can get one at the embassy in Brazil if I needed to. Yes, you will need a new visa. I went through that when I was in Vietnam. Okay. Okay, bad. Next, people tell you to write a letter to the president of the country. You, that boy, thinking. No, I'm just, I forgot about the whole. Y'all know so much about me. They know when my visa expired, my passport expired. Boy, that's when you know I showed so much of the trip. Y'all know when my passport expires. You know what I mean? You didn't had it about a year. You still on that emergency fund? The one, remember when the car rental guy kept your passport and you was on the run in Punta Cana and you had on that gray shirt with the red line across and you had to get the visa and you were stuck in Santo Domingo and Strictly Travel came to get you and he was the warrant and the S and that trip was crazy. That Punta Cana trip was crazy. I ain't gonna lie. That Punta Cana trip was a freaking nightmare. I ain't gonna lie to you. Boy. Nigga, we know you ain't got no new one since last year, and we know it's only valid for a year. Letting the driver keep your passport was down. Yeah, 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 yeah. It was crazy. It was crazy. Then he ended up putting it on Facebook and put all my information out there and everything, boy. Crazy. Traded a 10-year passport for a bag of city trolls. Yeah, I couldn't have been out there without my clothes. I had everything in there. I couldn't have done that. I ain't gonna lie. A new passport, a new clothes. It was just really what's in there for sure. So we're gonna stay on a little bit longer, guys, and then I'm gonna be back later on tonight with another live. I'm doing two lives today. I'm gonna take a break, eat. I'm gonna make another live up. We're gonna do two separate lives. Thank you guys so much, man. I appreciate y'all for sure. We're gonna do two separate lives today. Two separate ones. I'm take like a 2 hour break. Come back on with a fresh live. Yep, get these watch hours in. Thank you guys so much, man. I really love y'all guys from the really bottom of my heart, man, for everything you guys have. Y'all been like my guardian angels out on this past 3 years on YouTube, man. I love my subs, man. You guys are just amazing guys, man. I never would have thought we'd be this deep in 15 trips, $80,000 in fundraise trips is insane. You know, it's just so much stuff. Pioneered so many things. You know, made my impact on the space so like the space is so on fire right now. Like, and everybody's following the Rello blueprint with the with the live and the fundraising and the stepping up the content, being live more. Like I just really set a nice example for a lot of the content creators to really be like, all right, step y'all shit up. Y'all know Rello be live 15 hours out of every day. You know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of in this spot to where I'm super happy to see my influence be used so well regarded like it is. I ain't gonna lie, for sure, for sure. So yeah, it's lit. Does anybody have any more questions, concerns, anything they want to say to Big Rail today? We're gonna end this one at the 4 hour mark, and then we're gonna take a couple hours off, and then I'll be back for probably another 3 hour one today. Big day, guys, big day. We putting out a lot of content, two lives, a double live. The game comes on tomorrow, right? This the uh the Spurs and what's the name? Game 5 tomorrow, Saturday afternoon. Yeah, I think it's tomorrow. Game 5. You in the streets on the next live? No, no, Have you ever talked to old girl from Punta again? No, no, no. We don't talk. We don't talk. Bernice, we don't talk no more. No, we not in the streets. We doing another couch live. This just to get the watch hours up, guys. This is a specific purpose. We doing these. We going so hard today. It ain't meant to be a turned up, out in the city type live. It's a cool little live, Zay. Kicking it with the people. We only got a light 65 in the building tonight. We ain't. It's not a 300-person turn up live tonight. You know what I mean? Just a nice little light live. Kicking it with the guys. Talking about the travel space, a little travel space update. All right, let me see what the poll is saying. Damn, Kenya's second time is still winning. We got 36 votes. All right, we're gonna let it keep going. Kenya's beating Brazil. They said Kenya gonna be harder than Brazil. They said, is it G or I can't answer that tie. Future need an alley oop for his fundy. He got a fundy today. He doing a fundy today. Future not trying to come home, man, and people feel that. That's the thing. People know when you sincerely want to do something. His believability about trying to get home from New York is just it's not there. I ain't gonna lie. He looked like he's still enjoying his life too well. I ain't gonna lie. He got his little girlfriend out there. I ain't gonna lie. He be in New York crying about You would think he was roommates with Freddy Krueger and Jason Voorhees. You hear me? He seemed like he living his best life in Thailand. He go back to New York and it's like, please, I do anything. You thought your life was bad. Future make you feel sorry for him. You hear me? I gotta get out of here, bro. Bro, it's basement. Future in that basement is torture porn. Not torture porn. You're stupid. Boy, is it really that bad in your mom's basement? My mom's basement used to be the best spot of the house. What the hell? You hear me? Oh, my mom. I'm coming right back, guys. Give me 1 second. It's real. Biggest. What up? What up? Does anybody have any more questions for your boy? We're going to stay on another 40 minutes. Appreciate everybody for pulling up tonight. Any questions? I know I answered a lot. Yeah, but I'm looking forward to you know, all of the next trips. It's gonna be fun. You're in for a wild ride, man. It's me. It's me. It's only one rail. It's only one. That's the best thing I can say. I wish I could say it was, you know, these other guys are gonna make you see something like you really want to see, but it's only one rail. It really is. Only I can bring it the way that it needs to be brought, and that's why people love the trips because they're just so, you know, they're very comprehensive type trips, to put it like that, for sure. How's the gas in Kenya, like the price and quality? It's good. It's good. It's cool. It's cool. I ain't gonna lie. I can't speak too much on that right now, but it's cool. Put it like that. It's cool. I ain't gonna lie. It's cool. The main thing about Kenya, guys, is the cost effectiveness, and it's the vibe, and it's the women. I ain't gonna lie. That's the main. The cost effectiveness, the women, and the vibe is just amazing. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's got a vibe to it to where it's like you know you in Kenya. Like it's different. And that's why I'm kind of going to Brazil to kind of see if it's like I'm gonna catch that Brazil vibe. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I could really like love it. Like right where it's like I love it here. You know, like if it could be like a situation where it's like, all right, like DR. I don't speak Spanish, but I still love to go to DR because I just love everything about DR. So I'm kind of hoping Brazil still has that make you love it type factor to it. So I'm just I'm kind of I'm anxious to see how's it gonna play out for sure. Thanks for the question, like Mike. Anybody got any more questions? Anybody got any more questions? Let me plug this up really quick. I'm coming right back, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. We got 62 people in the building. Appreciate y'all. Everybody at Razor Rays. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I had to get this done today. I ain't gonna lie. I had to. That's cool. I didn't like. I knew. I was like, because after yesterday I was supposed to go on, and then the power went out, and I was like, I'm gonna have to go on today, and I was like, I don't care who's on. I have to get my hours in today. So I'm here to get the hours in, and that's why we're doing two lives today. We're doing a 4 hour one, and then we're gonna do maybe like 8 or 9. We're gonna do another two. Probably come back on at 8. What's it gonna be? 7, 8, like 9. Come back on at 9. Yeah. Come back on at 9 and do another 2 hour live tonight for Friday night. Yeah, two lives, 2 chains for sure, for sure. I'm big Rolly. I just want to rolly with it. All right. So we're just kicking it on the live, man. Travel space update. Anybody has any more questions? We're gonna stay on another 30 minutes in the building. For sure, for sure. It's lit. Matter of fact, we ain't even gonna stay on another 30. I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna call this one at 3:30, and then I'm coming back for another live in 2 hours. I ain't gonna lie, for sure. I ain't gonna lie. We pretty much covered everything we needed to cover. I'll be back in 2 hours. I'm gonna rest up for a little bit, get some food, and then I'll be back. I'll be back in two. So yeah, 3.5 hour live. I'm sucked. The Wi-Fi cut out. I unplugged the Wi-Fi so much. That sucked. So yeah, man, that's what's going on with your boy. I'm super excited, man. These next run of trips are just so freaking exciting, guys. I'm like jittery. I'm like my arms are shaking. I'm so excited about it. So I'm just kind of I'm very interested to see what I got planned for you guys. You know, the trips are always unpredictable. If I would be lying to you if I said this was gonna be this and or this was, so I'm kind of, I don't know. We're going into the unknown type thing. So it's definitely I'm definitely looking forward to it for sure. So Are y'all in for a good trip? Are y'all which one? Which trip are y'all looking forward to the most today on the live? Brazil, Kenya, South Africa, Philippines, Thailand for the third time. Which trip right off the top of the head would you think is like the one you're like most like I gotta see the next one on this trip? If you had to choose going back to Kenya or Brazil for the first time, which one? If we still got it, some people in the building. Y'all see my little dog? Look at my little dog, y'all. It's my mom's dog. So yeah, man, it's just definitely I'm excited, man. This has been a good trip update. Um, Rello, Fuchs, we got some great trips coming up. Definitely a lot of great entertainment. Um, Pop and Keith's gonna be definitely keeping up with them, seeing what's going on. Definitely gonna be one for the books, one for the space. So, man, I just want y'all to like what I'm gonna be producing in these next trips. I ain't gonna lie, I'm really I know y'all will because it's me, but I'm just want y'all to understand that this I do it for y'all. You know what I'm saying? For sure. All Rays to do is show y'all crash out moment, never report when y'all do good. I mean, yeah, because that doesn't make $10 million. You know what I'm saying? Rays is in this business to make money. Alive with drama and bad stuff happening is just always going to be a cash cow because this sector is really really boring. I ain't gonna lie. So anytime you have something where it's can get a bunch of eyeballs in the building, I mean, you can't be mad at them for that. You know, um, without me and these other guys, they really wouldn't have any content. You know what I'm saying? So when your content is solely predicated on other people's content, you're kind of more incentivized to show the stuff that's gonna put the booties in the seat. You see, you've been putting Rello in the thumbnail. Every thumbnail is Rello in the. You feel me? Even if nothing has anything to do with Rello, it's still Pablo crashing out. Is it better than Rello's? Like like it's always going to be, you know, trying to, you know what I mean? Like the crash out continues, Rello type stuff. Like so it's always gonna be like that. It's always gonna be, you know, it's always gonna be clickbaiting with Rello crashing out somewhere in there for sure. It's just too good for content for sure. I know that too. Make videos, you'll get the bag and take your clips and put them up in Rellos. That's how you eat and use your moments. For sure, Oda. I appreciate that, man. All right, guys. We're gonna call this one at 3.5 hours. I'm gonna be back. Listen, I'm gonna be back. What's it? Almost 7. I'm gonna be back at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock Eastern tonight with another banger live. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. I will be back. All right. It's the number one traveling YouTuber, your favorite traveling YouTuber's favorite traveling YouTuber. Until next time, I'll see y'all in a couple hours. Y'all be safe. Peace.